Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, man.
What's going on, kid?
You know, we back in the building.
Early, too.
That's a fact, son. You know, it's always a battle, too, though.
Always a battle.
I'm telling you, it's crazy, son.
But we made it,
son.
bro.
All the time, son.
We made it all the time.
That's
son.
a fact. That's a fact.
Blue 32. Sit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm telling you, kid, it'd be crazy outside, son. It'd be a wild football game out there.
Yo.
Wild football games. Telling you. Shout to everybody tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is. The bearded one here.
S.I. Sean, baby. Let's go.
We in the building. Shout to everybody who's tuned in early. You already know how we get down, man. We in the building. Got a lot to talk about today.
Absolutely.
It looks like if a self-driving car crashes, are you at fault? Are you?
I don't know, man.
It's a good question.
That's a very good one.
It's a good question.
Well, I'll tell you who do know, though.
Who?
The insurance companies.
Of course they do.
They know immediately, son.
Immediately.
It's like as soon as you call up, like, yeah, I'm getting this new self-driving, they like, okay, no problem. They writing down, he's always or she's always liable, no matter what.
No matter what. It's your fault.
No problem. Your premiums is this, and this. Yeah, they don't even know what they getting into. I'm telling you, it can't be sweet when you calling up that insurance company telling you got one of these self-driving joints. And
they're like, yeah, okay, cool.
But you know what's amazing though?
What's that?
Is that considered a safety feature? You know, they go bananas over safety features.
You know, that's actually a great question.
Word.
That's actually a great question.
I wonder how they look at that, son.
I wonder how they look at that. Is it a safety feature?
Word. Like, how do they fix that into your policy? That's very interesting, son.
Wow.
Man.
I wonder, they say, well, you know what? We're going to make it lower because if you're driving, you're dangerous.
Damn.
Wow.
But that's what I mean. It's like, that's an interesting one.
So now my question is, right?
Mm-hmm.
For anybody, if you know anybody that has a self-driving car, do they use it often?
Mm-hmm.
Do they use it often? Have they ever been in an accident? Do you know anybody that's been in an accident with a self-driving car?
And be honest, y'all, it's okay. If you know a couple people out there with these EVs, shout them out.
Shout them out.
Shout them out, because I'm pretty sure you was hyped when they pulled up to the house and showed you it.
Chill, not me. No way. You like this? Nah, chill.
Yeah, you know people be doing that though. So they be mad hype. You pull up with it, you leave. They like this. Why did he or she go and go grab one of those? Like,
right. Can't do it. Can't do it.
But you got people out here faking the funk though. So if you're one of those people, man, call up, shout your people out. You know what I'm saying, and let us know how it goes.
That's a shout. Shout to my guy Sales. Said good morning. It's a shame how EVs got that cargo shit burning. Oh man. Boy.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like 5 vehicles in there, something like that.
Son, this is
it was more than 5, but it was 5 on fire. You know.
Shout to Sales, man, because this is what I be talking about.
See, it's funny that Sales said that because at first they wasn't trying to let you know if it was EV or not, but we all know.
So we
internal combustion engines is just not gonna really catch on fire.
Like fam, you don't gotta tell me. We already know. Shout to Sales, man.
And this ain't the first time. Remember the EVs and them took the Lamborghinis and all them down with them?
Son, was that EV's fault?
Son, that wasn't no combustion's fault.
Like, my thing is, and this is what I try to tell. Shout to 1320 Bushido. You already know what it is.
Let's go.
Shout to the Facebook. He said, yes, you're supposed to take control when you sense a problem. Dang. So then why do we have it full self-driving? Why do we have self-driving? Stop saying those words. And like you said, it's a shame them EVs done drag down the whole boat. My car is not an EV, but it does the Tronic self-driving. You are at fault if you have an accident. Dang. But Sales, the thing is, right? You're already driving, right? That's like I believe that's like a cruise control thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Mm-hmm. No, we talking about pull out the driveway, no hands. That's what I mean, son.
Riding down the belt with no hands, like that's
this.
one of those. Like sleeping with the eyelids over you.
Come on, son, with the sleep mask. This is what we seeing out here, son.
Yo.
But again, they'll never say that. They'll just say how cool it is.
Nah, yeah, that's that. I think that's all I ever get when people start talking about, oh, it's cool because of this.
Yeah, all right.
Really?
I'm
telling you, son.
I'll be looking at them like this. Okay.
They got them drinking the Kool-Aid, son.
Of course. Shout to everybody who's tuned there paying attention, man. Shout to everybody who's rocking with us. And you know what, man? And it's a shame, man. It's a real shame out here that they believe the computers can handle the car better than you. Damn. Son. But we've seen it before.
Yeah.
We've seen it before.
Yeah, that's true.
We've seen it before. You know what though? It's one of those kind of things that you got to say is what they say an anomaly.
Yeah.
An anomaly.
That's a fact. That's one of those.
It's an anomaly. Damn. Yeah, okay. It's interesting though, just to say the least. So when I think about a self-driving car, like when you say self-driving, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
First thing that comes to mind is you are in absolute and utterly zero control of this thing.
Zero control.
Mean, you could, you know what I'm saying, get the blinky, go lay in the back and let it do the work. That's what I think when I hear self-driving.
Shout to Bushido. He said the closest to self-driving I want to get is four-wheel steering on a Prelude. Say that.
Damn.
That is hilarious. I love it though.
Cool. That's fire.
That's what I'm talking
about.
That's
what it is. That's what it is. But when I hear, honestly, also when I do hear self-driving, I just think of danger.
He said straight danger.
Straight dangers, huh?
I hear you.
Yo, remember a couple episodes back, they was like, yo, they about to get ready to let the vehicles merge for you.
They're gonna let the vehicles merge.
So do you remember the hype?
I do remember.
Yo.
I do remember. And it makes you wonder, like, what are they talking about?
You know, it's not the the car boy at heart in me. It's not that. When I just think of self-driving, I just think of like, this can't be good, son. It can't be good.
It can't be, son. And they know it.
No, they really do. They are fully aware that it's not good. They are fully aware of it.
Suicide.
Damn,
early.
Son.
And they don't care.
What do you think when you hear that self-driving? Yo, better one, man. They got your new self-driving.
So here's the thing, right? When I hear
Type R.
Nah. First off, yo, what's the point? You might as well get a skateboard. You might as well get a skateboard. And that's what I'm saying, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in paying attention. And now it begs us the question, if you own one, because we're drawing the line in the sand today. That's going to be our driver's etiquette today.
Yeah.
If you own one, are you a car guy?
Damn.
I got to ask.
Nah, I think we do got to draw a line in the sand, y'all. That's it.
Yo, I got to say this.
I got to know.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in paying attention. I'll say this, right? I get enough emails, calls, hits on Facebook, social media, whatever, about this topic, about, oh, well, you need to give EVs a chance. And it's like, yo, you're bashing them. And it's like, wait a minute. You like cars? I gotta ask, God.
Yo, better, you like engines?
Like, right. You are you into what I'm into? They be like, well, you know, I like EVs because the ease of exactly. You like it because it's easy.
Yo, it's crazy, son.
But it's like, I can't believe you even standing here having this conversation with me, man.
You know what the problem is? I think it all starts. I think it's like, what happened? Shout
out to the Facebook users. You know how people do. You know, they go after them. Yeah. He said, nah, I say they all appliance guys and gals. That's hilarious. Yes.
They want that new hottest appliance. That makes sense.
It makes sense.
That makes so sense. But you know what I think the problem is, though? Or one of the problems, rather, is that we always looking for something better or new. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
The old recipe works so well, we get tired of it. I think that's the problem.
And how is that? Like,
I don't know how. You know what, son? I'm sorry, son. Start with racing, son. Start with racing, B. Yo, we're trying to chase the fastest time. You think we need everything automatic, paddles? I'm telling you, son.
You really think that?
It trickles down.
I don't know. You could be right.
I'm telling you, fam. I'm telling you. So, yo, hold on. You know what? We can make this thing faster if we store a battery or two in here.
You could be right.
What?
You could be right. You could be right, because
I don't know. I feel like it definitely got some energy stemming from over there. Son.
Oh, we got a call. Son. All right. Let us know if you hear the call out, everybody. Here we go. Raleigh Radio, who we got in the box?
Who we got?
Listen, mates, this is the Nose Hunter. Shout out to S.I. Sean and
Let's go.
Dr. Bearded One.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I had to chime in on this whole electric car talk.
Okay.
It's falling. It's failing. The infrastructure is not here. They know it, and it's a big money grab. They have like big, high end car companies now trying to say, hey, fast and quiet is good. No, I'm not paying $300,000.
You see what I'm saying? No, son, a bit on. You see what I'm saying, son?
Shout to my guy Dolph Spalding, aka Draco. Yes, if Loud and Clay said he can hear the caller. With that being said, the lines is now open.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Now look,
go ahead.
Look, if I'm paying $300,000 for a car, I want to hear it. I don't want to be in a car, like say, my boy's in the passenger seat and I'm doing 160 miles per hour or less, and I'm hitting turns, and I'm like, ooh. Like, I don't want to hear. I want to hear the engine. I don't want to hear the person next to me. I want to hear something that sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Damn, son.
But here's the problem, Des. If you see that commercial, it's like they're trying to pit us against people with I don't know how to say this being politically correct.
Yeah,
but like handicaps.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Nah, that's the wrong word. I should have said that. Not handicaps, but I mean like
we need to follow protocol.
Functionally impaired?
Physically impaired.
No, but he's not. It's not physically because he can't hear. Is that physical?
Auditory impaired person.
He's definitely impaired. Shout to sales. He said we could. Yo, with that being said, the phone lines is open, man. 516-206-0711. Here's the thing. The commercial. The commercial was a hearing impaired race car driver. He said, "I don't need sound to know it's fast." I said, "Fam,
damn, son.
Yeah, but who cares? My thing about it is, who cares? I can put you in a Porsche 911, and you're not hearing. You don't need to hear. Of course, you don't need sound. You just need to look at the tack in front of you and shift your gears properly."
Son, I was like, that must be like playing Gran Turismo on mute.
Son, yo.
That's not funny. I ain't mean
better
like
than that, son. That's just going. That's like going to the drag strip with full earmuffs on, son. Like you're not trying to hear a damn thing. But do you see the problem? No head, nose on it. Do you see like they got commercials out there now?
Yeah,
like this. We don't need noise. Excuse me?
They don't need noise. What do you mean?
You don't even need to be involved.
Funny, but then they want to put fake sound in that horrific EV Dodge Charger or Challenger they're coming out with.
That's the bid on one joint right there, son. Chill, go.
Yo, son. First off, I'm gonna need y'all to stop violating. That's one. I'm gonna need y'all to stop violating. Listen, y'all gonna leave me alone with my little Hellcat /EV. Listen, man. Listen.
You like that car?
It's not that I like it.
You like it, son.
Stop.
Wedge design.
Stop it.
I'm letting him tell it. No, I'm forget. I'm letting him tell it.
Here's the thing. It's not that I like the car, right? It really was Dodge's like, it's like put it like this. It's like you got in trouble or you in the park and you lost, right? Mm-hmm. You lost. You've been running the games for about 10 games now, and you finally lose. So you know what you do? Mm-hmm. You while they playing, you just take your ball and run away. Like it's a big FU. Like it's like, yo, wow. Like he's like, yo.
I'm gonna say this about Dodge. Dodge is capping, I think. I don't think they're gonna get rid of V8. I think it was a money grab for everybody to go buy all these Mopar parts. I think they're gonna just have a lower powered V8, a smaller displacement V8. And I don't think they're gonna go inline six. I like inline six motors, but let's just keep it real. No muscle guy is gonna go full inline six.
But Des,
unless it's something like a Typhoon type car.
And here is the kicker. They're not getting rid of the V8. They just cutting down how many cars they put it in. They're not putting it in a car anymore. Every V8 they have is going in the trucks.
Damn.
So people are just gonna buy trucks and supercharger.
Right. Tim Kuniskis, they gave Tim Kuniskis Ram division now. Yeah. So now he's gonna be working with the TRX Ram, the Durango Hellcats, and all. They still gonna have V8.
Also, too, man. Let's just put it like this: they're gonna be sneaky and start selling crate motors with these inline six. They're gonna make it very compatible to swap out that Hurricane inline six. I don't know much about the Hurricane inline six.
Nah, me neither.
The only way the Hurricane could work if they put a manual gearbox with that inline six, and then now you have an American something probably better than a JZ.
Yo,
I don't want to go that far nowadays.
It's funny you said that. Wait.
It's
It's
a more
funny.
modern built motor.
My man, look, Katz is like, yo, is he hating on that inline six?
Damn.
Whoa, you started.
Yeah, but what? Like, think about it. It's in an 8,000-pound Wagoneer. What can we see from that? Like, are you really going to tune a Wagoneer?
No. That I6 is not going to be in that Wagoneer. That I6 is going to be in there like it was.
Well, they already have it in a Wagoneer, but it's so slow and heavy because it weighs a ton. The inline six can't pull it.
But we talking Jeep though too. Like, you know, that Wagoneer also got wood paneling.
That Wagoneer is dust. You know, I just think it's very interesting. I think Des is on to something though. The V8s may not completely go away, but I don't know how potent that inline six is going to be. So the V6, whichever way.
It takes people like scientists or people who are like into like the environment to say, hey, look, the V8 actually costs less emissions than a 4-cylinder that has to work 2,000 hours. Like Volvo went 4-cylinder across the whole board, supercharger and turbocharger. You're telling me that's not more emissions?
All right. So wait. First off, Volkswagen's the wrong company to use because
I said Volvo.
Oh, Volvo. I'm about to say
I think Volvo is even worse because they kind of started this whole mess.
Yeah,
they kind of started this whole mess, man.
Yeah.
They're not going to go full EV because once they pull back from going full electrification, because they may not sell enough cars and everybody's trying to compete with Tesla. But the problem is Tesla has supply problems. Tesla can't make enough cars, and Tesla has let's just put it like this. Even though, look,
so they need quality control.
What's that fast Tesla they have? The Tesla, what's that crap called?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just know I think all of them supposed to spell sexy. You got an S, X, Y, and a
1,000 horsepower Tesla. Yeah, it's great.
Weird.
You know, it's like a roller coaster ride, but it can't turn.
Yo, Bushido not buying you, son. He said you said we don't believe you. We need more about the inline six. I will say this, right? At the end of the day, we've seen sixes made of the turbos do work.
No, they do great. Like I don't think the Nose Hunter is trying to downgrade the 6, but I feel like this. I feel the same way. I feel like an 8 goes into certain things.
Okay,
yeah, I just unless GM comes out with like something like a Typhoon type of truck.
But hold up though. GM also just spent how much money to refine another V8 that they've been making on the low. We talked about that a couple episodes ago. That they're working on. GM is working on the V8.
Ford has never said they're not going to discontinue the V8 until probably 2040. So they already know that they're never going to stop that. Now people complain about this new Mustang. Well, guess what? The Camaro's gone. What else do we have? Camaro's gone. Who cares about? Oh, well, you can't tune the Mustang. Let me tell you something. If I can have a 600 horsepower Mustang, couple bolt-ons, whatever, and I can have pump gas, like, look, it's still a gift. You can still get an ECU and get a standalone and bypass that Ford, computer.
But here's the real deal. At the end of the day, that's probably the only V8 car they're going to have. Ford is that Mustang. So it's like, what's the penalty? See, here, when you look at Dodge has so many different iterations of the car
with different type of V8s in it,
right?
6.2, 6.4,
3.9,
5.7,
right? All of that. So think about how many different so they was like, nah. But now I believe that if they drop down to 1, they wouldn't sell as many. I really
remember V8 sedans is a niche market. To be honest with you, I mean it's a very niche market. It's a very enthusiast market. Common average consumers. Let's say if they made the SS, right, the Chevy SS, more people would probably buy. Average people would probably buy the 6-cylinder one if they said, hey, it gets 37 miles per gallon highway. Then over the V8 SS. We love the V8 SS, just like Genesis. Scale back on a V8. That's amazing V8. I've seen that one keep up with a Scat Pack, neck to neck with Scat Pack. Pause.
He said Hyundai. Yo, Des, I'm sorry, it's breaking up a little bit. You said Hyundai, you said?
You know that V8 come with almost 450 horsepower?
Wait a minute. It's breaking up over here. Yeah. Something's happening with the sound effects over here.
You can say whatever you want about that V8.
I'm telling you, so the Beta was not going for it, son.
It looked like Ronald or something.
I'm still going to get a 2013 R-Spec Genesis with the V8. That car, that V8,
I agree,
that V8 when it came out was smacking people down.
Son, I'm
telling you, some of them Genesis is serious.
I'm through with y'all, son. Just
listen, we talking about 6-cylinder, right? They went with the motor that's in the Kia Sting. It's the same motor, right? Like, I mean, look, V6 to me is more for like enthusiasts. It's more solid for a car that like a performance car. I think the V6. I mean, it's compact. It can go, push the motor further back towards like the strut tower. It's better balanced to me. I mean, inline six is more smooth, but I think turbo V6s is going to outshine those inline six. I know they try to make the return of that, but performance, I just don't see a big inline six being a good track engine.
Wow.
I don't know. I think it's.
Listen. You know what? You know who else felt that way? Toyota. That's why they took it out of there for that JGTC.
That's very
Supra.
true.
They ended up going with the 4-cylinder turbo.
Well, when you think about it, though, that car was technically a GT car, though.
So yeah, 4-cylinder makes more. 4-cylinder makes more sense.
Just from the weight side of things, sure.
Yeah, like I mean, inline. Look, BMW is probably the only company that mastered the inline six as a weight is concerned, coming to close to 50-50.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, look, V8 and V6s are not going anywhere. I mean, look at Nissan, right? Like, come on, a VR38. I mean, what 6-cylinder is really can hold a candle to that motor? Nothing.
No, you got a point.
All right,
BMW can't do it.
Cats is tagging. They are like, this guy's drunk.
What, you talking about VR38? Name something from BMW that could perform like a VR38. It could rev as quick, power output or stop bottom end. I'll wait.
What, as far as an 8-cylinder?
Nah, the VR38 is a 6, but well, then you got the what the hell is in those M's and M4s, the M3s and M4s? Those engines is crazy now. Those are nuts now, son.
Those are the S. I forgot what that motor is.
S54.
Okay, you even could go back to that one. You even could go to that one. So like you said before, BMW kind of got that recipe, though. So they kind of got it.
But who's going? Yeah, but also too, they're overcomplicated. They still break. Right? Like Thanos issues, rod bearing issues, oil problems. Like,
but we talked about that before, and when we talked about that, S.I. Sean had a very enlightening moment with that. He said, "Yo, at the end of the day, those are race engines. A lot of them are 100%. So it's like, like things are gonna break. It's like." But
so the VR38, you could say is a race motor. It's a forged V6 closed deck. I mean, the heads in that motor flow like a race car. I mean, like you know what I mean, but they don't break. I never heard of a VR38 breaking unless a guy just overboosted and just trying to make massive amount of power.
I'll say this.
But I mean,
today we actually gonna be talking about the best 5 engine swaps that we've ever seen. But it's funny that you say that, because at the end of the day, like, are we basing this on the stock by stock, or are we talking about, tune versus tune, or because we've seen cars, let's be honest here, we've seen cars that are not supposed to make power. We've seen cars that were not supposed to be tuned or have any kind of boost to it, add boost to it. It's always dependent on the owner, on the user. What are you going to do? But as far as a V8 is concerned, the last place I'm looking is Honda. Keep it above. If I gotta go for any V8, you're gonna give me the V8 out of the M3, right? So you're gonna give me the V8 out of the M3. You're gonna give me a Hellcat Challenger V8. You're gonna give me a Ford Mustang V8, which I know what you about to say. Oh, that's part of the Genesis block. I hear you, right?
No, it's really actually no. I'm gonna take that back. No, it's not.
Okay,
that's a big myth. That 5-liter in the Genesis has nothing to do with that Mustang motor. Not one part of that. Is a whole different engine.
But that's why I say at the end of the day, I just can't. I just can't. It's like, you know what? It's like if Honda made a V8, it would be weird. Nasty. It's like,
I mean, not necessarily.
I mean,
Honda has a history of making weird stuff, though. Honda's a Japanese company, but they make weird stuff like some European companies, right? Remember when they try to make the 5-cylinder, then they try to just like Mitsubishi had a V8. A lot of people don't talk about it. They had a V8, but it's weird.
What I mean? Like, it is weird. It is weird. I will say that. Yo, shout out to everybody. Yo, they wildin'. But in the meantime, Des, we gonna jump into the show, baby.
Factory.
We appreciate you for calling up and giving us
Absolutely.
your insight, man.
Absolutely.
We as usual, but you can't come up here talking that Hyundai garbage. What's going on?
I don't know, son. Des is on to something a little bit.
I'm gonna get a tune. I'm out.
Ronald was out here wilding.
I'm gonna talk to y'all guys later.
Yo,
Peace.
Des,
I take it easy.
You already know what it is. That's my guy.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Y'all know the number. Y'all can call up.
Mhm.
Looks like the phones are working. They chose to work today. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one. We already in the building, and you know we already late. We want to start the show. We got a couple of things we're going to talk about, but to me, the biggest thing right now is going to be this self-driving. If you own a self-driving car, are you responsible if they crash? Shout out to my guy Flip. He already listening. You already know what it is. And we're going to jump right. Well, before we even jump into all that, I want to shout out to everybody who was out in the street last night. If you went to Seven's Day last night, I hope you had fun.
Factory.
You know, it was a little too exclusive for us. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people don't really want to talk about their cars. So it is what it is. I'm not mad. At the end of the day, I love great car events, and at Prime always seem to throw great car events.
Yeah,
they have a way of keep letting the public know without letting the public know. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Good news on them. And I wanted to shout out, right? I wanted to shout out my man Crown Rick.
Let's go.
He has a right-hand drive Toyota Crown.
Damn.
And I'm trying to get him on the show because he's a master at import.
Damn.
He's a master at importing cars. So this is going to be interesting. Shout out to everybody who's tuned there paying attention. Yo, I'm telling you, it's gonna be an interesting one. Cats is already getting heated. It's like, yo, what's going on? It's getting crazy out here. But at the end of the day, self-driving cars, man, it's gonna be interesting. You got any shout outs you want to give?
I just want to shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us, man. Really appreciate that here on Rally Radio. Stay tuned, man. Not for nothing. Keep the whips clean. Keep the bikes right. You know what I'm saying? When you hit them roads, man, just pay attention, son. Because you know you got people out there sleeping, EVs all over the place.
Yeah,
it's crazy, son.
EVs on boats blowing up. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Can we get a break? I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know, kid.
But they don't want to give it a break.
Nah.
They don't want to give it a break. They want it to rock. But in the meantime, y'all know how we get down, man. Y'all know we about to jump right in.
Let's go.
If you ain't got no shout outs,
I'm good.
I ain't got no shout outs. Here we go. Now, they tuned in last week. What kind of a recap you got for them, kid?
Yeah, if y'all tuned in last week or y'all so happened to forgot, try not to make that a habit. But check this out, though. Hope y'all enjoyed this recap.
Let's go.
I think this one's pretty cool, or rather, pretty interesting. Towing companies behind multi-million-dollar Cadillac converter theft.
That is hilarious.
Damn, son.
A tow truck company from Philly,
From Philly. They had them Philly boys out here making moves.
They was booking your if you woke up and your exhaust was missing, 9 times out of 10 it happened. They blaming these guys for the whole nation.
Damn.
They said 27 other counties.
Yeah. Look, on that was investigating that.
That's
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, B.
That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Damn, son.
That's a lot.
And what crazy? Another crazy part about it is that whoever they were selling it to, they don't really get in trouble behind it. Buying it.
Nah, not at all. You know how that go.
Wasn't I only like out here in Suffolk County or something like that when they was like, yo. What happened, son?
I love our people because they be honest. He said props to the host knowing how to segue Sandman Sims the crazy talk.
Yo, they wild in them comments. That's a fact.
Continue on.
That's a fact.
Shout to my guy. You know what it is. Good.
Yo, I gotta ask a quick question. You think the Cadillac converter thievery is done or?
No,
it's just slow for the moment.
No, it's slow for the moment. You know, you chop one head off, 3 come back. Hydra. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's nowhere near done. As a matter of fact, it was too lucrative of a business to be finished.
Yeah, absolutely. Not from the old. It seemed like a lot of those people was like family or something like that. You had the uncle, 2 cousins or something like that, nephew. Yeah. It was crazy. So but it was like a whole family thing.
Let's put our thinking caps on for a minute. Though. We talked about how the government was behind the war on drugs and the illicit war with the Contras, right? What if the government was behind them cutting people catalytic converters off to be like, you see, this doesn't happen on an electric car? Is that not interesting? What if that was it? We ain't here to fry no brains.
I can see how that can make some sense.
It can definitely make some sense, but
yo, I would not be surprised.
The government was behind it.
I'm telling you,
we
son.
blaming the government.
That's
but go
a
ahead.
fact.
What
That's
else
a
you
fact.
got for us today?
Another good one right here. Italian lawmakers want to ban new drivers from driving cars of more than 45 horsepower.
I love it.
I can get with that.
I love it.
I can get with that, huh?
Matter of fact, limit them to 55 miles an hour too. Because I was having this conversation with my wife the other day, right? Because she asked me, she was like, "Well, in Italy, they wanted to ban 95 cars up to 95 horsepower for young kids." And I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "But they can still go up to 100 miles an hour, right?" I'm like, she's right. Dial that whole speed down. Don't get me wrong, they need like 13 city blocks to
but
do
that's
it.
what I mean. They need a good amount of miles in order to get up to 95. I mean, get up to 100 miles an hour.
That's a fact.
Especially depending on the given size of the vehicle, all the other craziness.
Yeah.
But they do need to limit that to about 55 miles an hour. They go to making lane dipping, there's nothing back to this.
BBB, you better stay your butt in the right lane, son. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh man, I think that's pretty interesting though, because that will actually give people a chance to, obviously learn the vehicle, learn how to actually drive.
Yeah.
And slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Pay a little bit more attention out there.
That's a fact.
That's not a bad idea. I ain't gonna front. That's definitely not a bad idea. So.
I'm telling you.
Another wild one though is this the final Dodge Demon sold at auction for $700,000 in an empty slot.
700,000.
Empty slot though. The car wasn't even there yet.
Wasn't even there yet.
What do you think about that, son?
Come on, son. That's what I'm saying. It's getting there, son. It's getting there. And shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. The more I look at YouTube and the more I look at a lot of these videos on YouTube, these videos of cars that are older, and the more that they put up these videos and they show them what they could do, the price is going up. So even if you don't have your own little performance joint, you got a problem.
Damn.
For real, son.
Like that, straight like that, you got an issue if you don't got one.
Shout out to Chandra. What's popping?
Damn, what's going on?
You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, at the end of the day, it could go either way when it comes down to when it comes down to that. The value of cars now is like, especially gas powered, because we got another story later on to tell them about today. That's actually going to be interesting. When it comes down to these gas powered vehicles, it is definitely starting to be scarce. And not only is it scarce, you got a lot of people hoarding cars.
Yeah, but
I'm a car hoarder.
Nah, it's a fact. Nah, it's a fact. But I realize, man, like, it ain't gonna last forever though. So. It's not. I don't think it is. I feel like it's truly not. Like in a little while, it's gonna change up, and it's gonna be like this. Oh, S.I. Sean was right. I'm telling you. Watch.
I don't know. It looked like they're trying to make it last forever.
Yeah, of course that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people scared. They're trying to get these EVs out here.
Right.
They in a pickle with those, mind you.
That's a fact.
But you gonna see in a minute though. You're gonna see in a minute though.
So what else you got? One more.
Got another good one, man.
What you got?
Hennessy powered CT5 Blackwing.
Woof.
1,000 horsepower.
For those that don't know, Hennessy do more than make drinks.
That's apparently, son.
Yeah, they make high-powered cars too. Damn, and they've been doing it for a little while. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
We could talk about all different type of Hennessy Venom F5. You remember? Oh man, I've had one of those only in Forza and Gran Turismo. They don't really, the
Hennessy Vipers.
Yes, come on. 1,100 horsepower. Hennessy does this. And
it's
did
crazy
it again,
son.
with that Cadillac CTSV.
I'm telling you, son. That right there, son.
That's a bad one. Burning question though. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Dodge Demon 170 manual or a tuned out 1,000 horsepower Cadillac CTSV. I chose the Cadillac CTSV. You chose the Dodge Demon.
I said the Demon 170
manual.
Exactly. With the manual kit, you could go grab over that Dodge. It's the only way I'm doing it.
It's the only way he's making it happen.
That's it, son.
I get it.
That's it.
I get it.
However, though, if I was a little inebriated, I ain't know any better that CT5 Blackwing though.
Woo,
that's it, son.
Gotta say, with that being said, man.
Yeah.
What other ones you got?
All right, last one. I thought this was pretty interesting. We talked about this. We all know who Holly is, right?
Holly?
I think I'm saying it wrong.
Holly, you talking about Holly, the performance company?
Yes.
Yes.
An EV kit for a C10? Chevy?
Stupid. We about to shut this whole show down.
Yo, how they made an EV kit? You want to swap out a classic and drop some batteries in it?
With that being said,
Yo.
It's the understeer.
we going after them early because they get the understeer for that. I can't believe Holly did that.
And that's my problem. It's like, who's gonna be like, yo, that's a C10 with a battery?
Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we truly doing?
And it goes back to that question.
Yes.
Are you a true enthusiast?
Are you a true enthusiast if you love these EV cars? I mean, like, I gotta ask.
So we gotta draw the line in the sand.
son.
You have to do it. I don't know, man. I think Holly's real questionable.
Shout to SP. SP to Dawn. He said the first part of the word manual is man.
Damn.
That's where I stand.
Your SP ain't playing, son.
Salute SP.
That's
son.
a fact.
Salute the SP. Mine equals blown. That is as real as I've heard it.
Son.
That's what it is. Speaking the truth.
Factory.
Speaking the truth.
Factory right there.
With that being said, how we looking? You good?
Yeah, I'm good now, man. I just had
right.
the people had to hear that last one because it's crazy.
They
So
had
Holly?
to hear it.
Out of everybody?
Holly. Now, y'all know Holly too. Holley.
Yeah.
4 barrel carbs. Y'all
All
know they
kind
was
of
building
craziness.
all
magazines they was in.
Come on. And they doing an EV kit. You gotta be kidding me. But again, you know, it's crazy.
All the way.
Shout to the Facebook user said. He said, yeah, sure, they are most represented in this country, but when they go to the races, you only see Japanese or American Europeans. You only see Japanese or American. European are always missing. All they're good at is parking and taking pictures of a car that's not moving.
Damn. Yeah, why you came at him like that?
I don't
son?
know, and that was flagrant. And you know what? Yo, that was.
here on the show, we do our best not to commit vehicular treason. So that was like.
He took a super shot right there. He Megatron shot. He gun on his arm. Oh man. I ain't gonna
yo.
That is vehicular treason right there.
If I had never heard it, that was it, son.
That was just wrong. With that being said, man, y'all know how we get down. We about to jump right into the show. You ready to get in?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners. Only on Rally Radio.
All right, y'all know how we get down, man. No, we're gonna talk about the question at hand. Lawyers are questioning the legality of Mercedes-Benz self-driving cars, and we're gonna get into this a little bit because I believe this is where we got to live. Don't forget, the number to call up is 516-206-0711. If you have a pen, you're gonna see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Don't forget, you can pick up the phone and call up. Now, let's get into this a little bit. Mercedes-Benz is positioned to lead the autonomous car market in the U.S. as it targets to introduce the first SAE Level 3 self-driving car in the United States. Now, to talk about this a little bit, when it comes to autonomy, they have levels. 1, 2, 3. 3 being
DEFCON 3.
DEFCON 3. 3 meaning that these cars can actually self-drive on a highway up to 80 miles an hour, which is very interesting. So now, like I said, let's get into it a little bit. Right? Under level 3 autonomy, semi-autonomy, humans won't be considered the drivers once the system is engaged. And this is crazy. This is what the law experts believe. The technology has a lot of flaws in terms of the legal system. So, from the sound of it alone, legal experts should have a difficult time pointing out who will be liable in the event of a road car accident. Mercedes-Benz will offer this technology to U.S. customers through the Drive Pilot. It'll be available as an option in 2024 S-Class and EQS sedans, which are settled to arrive at that time. But the German automaker has already done some paperwork with his Drive Pilot getting a green light in California. They saying they're well-established legal systems for determining responsibility and liability of roads and highways. While they differ between jurisdictions, they still provide the legal foundation that is the basis of the respective tasks and duties. But Willie Whedon, a University of Miami law professor, thinks new rules and laws should be passed before allowing level 3 semi-automated equipped cars to use the road. He cautions motorists who plan to get self-driving vehicles to take statements made by manufacturers with a grain of salt.
Damn.
What is your thoughts on that so far?
I'm trying to figure out, is this thing going to be able to operate when there's no more lawns in the street?
Wow. They drive by the lines in the street.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, so are they saying that they're going to do all the roads over? Are they going to paint them up?
Listen, my thing is this, right? They're not even talking about the road, because what if the roads are not painted? You're right. What if something's wrong and this car crashes into the wall on some Wile E. Coyote? What if somebody just paint lines into a wall? Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You think people won't do it? He said, yo, son. Think about it. We all saw Road Runner.
Son. You're right, son. Damn.
Wile E. Coyote painted the whole wall. He painted it right to the wall. And if a self-driving car follows the paint in the ground, how good is that? But what we really trying to get at is, right, at the end of the day, there are legal ramifications to this. Because let's be honest, if you're not driving, if I'm not driving and somebody darts out in the street and this car does not stop or can't stop or didn't see, is it my fault?
Son, it has to be. Because think about it, son. The manufacturer's not going to take that hit. How are they going to take that hit?
But this is why we say the self-driving thing, you got to really think about it, because now it's not just on the order, the manufacturer.
Okay.
We could talk about the conditions of the road.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
The conditions of the road say what? It's like, listen, New York City road conditions are horrible.
Yeah, factory.
Right? But now we're going to believe drive in horrible road conditions? Have we ever seen a car perform like that? Damn. We already see Waymo in San Francisco stop and pull over for fall.
See, this is the problem. I feel like what they doing, they're gonna just shift the blame everywhere.
That's
until they get tired of doing it. Until somebody got to sit down and take that one, son.
That is a fact. In the meantime, the two Facebook users are going at it in the comments. This is getting wild over here, son. Automotive treason. Damn. I mean, vehicular treason. We can't do that, gentlemen. We got to stick together.
We got to be together, man, on this one.
You know what it is? It's always European, American, Japanese. We can't do it.
It can be done, son. We got to dig deep.
We got to dig deep.
We got to dig deep on that one.
But I will say, at the end of the day, when you look at the amount of logistics behind it, it's not only the car can drive it.
Yeah.
The city has to be prepared as well. Because what if this car doesn't do something because of something in the road that should have been fixed?
But this is what I mean. You can't really account for the unexpected.
No, you can.
Well, yeah.
As a driver, you can.
Sure you can, but
can the computer? And this is what I mean. See, when we start to put them ahead of us, we gotta listen. Me and you just talked about it just a little while ago before we came on air.
Yeah.
There was an incident where a Waymo car. So for those who don't know what Waymo is,
Waymo accidents.
Waymo accidents, hilarious. Waymo is a company that does self-driving taxi, in San Francisco and Nevada, right? And they want to move them further into California. There was a situation where a self-driving cab ran over a dog.
Damn.
Now, how many times have you seen, shout to everybody, how many times have you seen the dog be blamed for that?
Never.
Well, we can never say never now because, we got a call. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Sales,
what it is, my dude.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, you tell me. First off, it's good to hear from
you. You're killing me with this self-driving. Listen, I had my car imported from Germany when it first came out. It got the Distronics on it.
Yes.
I had asked them at one time, can they take this feature off? Because if you in bumper-to-bumper traffic, right?
Yes.
The car will go when other cars go. It stops when other cars stops, and it continues.
Yes.
It follows the line. If you go over 50 miles an hour, it'll blink two hands on the dashboard, which means you got to touch it to show that somebody is actually awake in the car.
Okay.
Now, if you on the parkway and those white lines ain't there, that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
So you going straight, bro.
I'm
straight across the three lanes.
It follows the white line. If the white lines ain't there, like a lot of places in New York, the regular streets and all that.
Yes.
It has no steering, no nothing.
There we go.
It has nothing to follow. So, like when I was driving, one day I was driving to work, and you on the belt, once they come to that new spot where they tear up the tar and they don't put the white lines down,
Yes.
you're right then and there. You got to know. You got to be awake to know your car has no guidance.
Wow.
Your car has no guidance once the white lines are gone. If you go around a turn, it'll go around the turn. The over here on the belt by Brookfield Boulevard, it'll go around that steep turn. But if there's no lines, it has no guidance at all.
Wow. So here's a good question, right? If there's no lines in the street and this car reads lines, right? Whose fault is that?
Damn.
It's going to be your fault, because when I spoke to them, I was like, even if you get a ticket and you tell the cops, "Oh, my car was on self-driving," that's all you, because they can always check the computer, and it's like our trains. It was on.
Yes, that's
and
a fact.
It's like you said, it's like an auto drive. And once you throw that lever up, it has a green steering wheel that comes on the dashboard, which means it's in Distronics where it's driving itself. You can just sit back. But I've done it. But like, what have I done it for? I'm in stop and go traffic on the Van Wyck or something like that. But once you go over 60, 70 miles an hour, I'm going to let you know this. If somebody does that weaving in and out, your car will slow down and almost come to a stop, because it doesn't know if something is going to continue or not. So when I see somebody doing that dipping, I take it off.
Wow.
See, that's a
I
problem.
take it off because it will jam on the brakes.
So here's a little tidbit. Now, there was a video that was out, right, where there was this lady full sleep in a Tesla, and it was driving her to work. How do you think they get around the touching of the steering wheel?
See, I don't know how Teslas are, but I know the Mercedes-Benz, if you're in stop and go traffic, that those hands don't come up because you're going less than like 15, 20 miles an hour.
Right.
But if you're going over 50, after 30 seconds, those hands pop up. And if you don't touch the steering wheel, it will start to slow down.
Wow.
You got to think about it. Maybe Teslas don't even bother with that.
I don't think.
Just like when a situation happens, how do you know that you're even back in control of the vehicle?
This is very interesting. And
know.
That's why I say I don't know how the Teslas do it, but I'm gonna ask the dude, because we got some train operators that got them, and I'm gonna ask
call
them,
up.
you know, what happens.
Yo, you know what I meant to tell you, Sales? I ran into a guy, and we trying to get him on the show. He's a big RC guy. His name is Mike Stallone.
I saw you had that.
Did you ever get a chance to check out his channel? Yo, his channel is crazy.
I'm telling you, and Brooklyn Hobbies, they go over there to Floyd Bennett Field and they race their car. But even like mine, I can't run it in the street because I take it to the park, and it's wide open space. Because at 70, 75 miles an hour for a little RC car, you can't do that sidewalk around the circles in your house and all that. When you hit the throttle, it's over.
So when you look like bam, it's gone. How far out can you control that?
That's it. You got to be quick with the controller if you're going to be around your neighborhood or something like that. You got to go to a park with like a football field or something like that, because you need a lot of wide open space.
Wow.
Even when you see these guys and they line these cars up and they got the tree, when they pull that trigger, it's over.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They really quick.
That is crazy. Yo, Sales, we appreciate it. And not only that, right? We definitely going to talk a little bit more about this self-driving thing, because I think that now it's going to be even more highlighted when they go to autonomous level 3, because the level 3 allows them to go faster.
But other places other than New York, they constantly have their streets up to date. So you got those white lines. If you don't have the white lines, you have no guidance for the car.
Wow.
None. That's what it goes on. It goes on the guidance of the car. So if the car's in the lane, as long as those white lines are there, it's going to stay in the lane. It won't change lanes. But if somebody is zigzagging and they cut in front of you all of a sudden, it'll jam on the brakes. It'll beep, 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 and it'll jam on the brakes.
Wow.
Brake check to somebody behind you.
That's a fact. Hope they saw it too. That's
for real. Absolutely. So.
That is actually
and we got to talk about my EVs burning up that boat.
Yo, Please get into it for us, sales. Come on now, drop it for us. Because I was reading it and I'm like, so are we? Is this the one I was looking at? I thought it's a recent situation, but I want to say like what, a month ago?
No, I think it was pretty. It had to be maybe a little closer than that than a month.
Nah, because the one I was looking at, I said, oh, it looked like it happened a little while ago, but I could be wrong. EV car. So the one it's a couple of them that I did see. It was on like a ferry, and it made the ferry burst into flames. 5 of the cars.
Damn.
But you
gotta imagine they've been putting water on there since Wednesday.
Damn. They don't want.
Today is Saturday.
Listen.
They worried about the ship overturning and sinking in that location.
That is out of hand.
And you killed 2 firefighters.
And you killed 2 firefighters. This is what we saying. We are not ready. We're not ready. If they couldn't even put it on a boat, I could guarantee the cars wasn't charging.
Damn.
I can guarantee when they was there, they wasn't charging.
They was just sitting there.
They just sitting there.
And in the heat from all the other cars around, it's just hot.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. And this is what I mean. Again, these cars can't even sit by themselves.
Damn, son.
Nope.
But meanwhile, you can have a gas car in your garage for 50 years.
Yeah.
And never catch fire.
Leave one of them EVs.
We never heard of cargo ships burning up with cars on it until EVs came around.
That is very true.
Say that again.
They've been transporting these for years.
Say that again.
But they don't want to talk about that though. Sales, they don't want to do that, son. They don't want to do that.
They not.
Sales is getting the caller of the week.
Yeah, son. Yeah.
Because it has not been happening since till now.
Son.
But they brush it off, Sales. They brush it off like no, that's not happening. You don't know what you're talking about.
But they do that on purpose.
But see, you got to listen to a show like yours that when people started seeing that and they saw all the cars, the first thing they said, EVs.
Right.
All you need is one.
Right.
Damn.
Come on. And this is what I'm saying.
It's been burning since Wednesday. Today is Saturday.
Wow.
Yo, forget about it. Son.
It's been burning for come on. And imagine how many we already talked about what it take.
Yeah, son.
For these cars to be put out.
It's crazy.
Let alone
it's been water 24 hours a day for like what, 4 days, 5 days?
Wow.
And it's still not out, still smoking.
That's crazy. Son.
That's crazy.
Remember, that's 5. One it takes about 30,000 gallons of water in 4 hours to put out.
They might as well let it sink. You got to get them off of there. You got to. They let the other Felicity Ace. They let that one sink.
Oh,
with all the
yeah,
Lamborghinis on it.
Yeah, they let that one go straight to the bottom, son.
They might as well get these people out of there because at the end of the day, the worst thing you can have on water is fire.
Damn.
The worst thing you can have on the water is fire. That is crazy.
And the worst thing you can have is a boat full of water.
Come on, bro. Come on. They missing the whole. I just don't understand it.
Nah, they know exactly what's going on, and they choosing to blatantly ignore us, huh?
They are choosing.
You know what? And they hoping, they praying on our silliness too, though, to just let it go.
Yep.
To let it be.
Yep.
And still buy into it.
And they don't want to
you,
talk
son.
about it. I'm looking
They
at
count on
it. Go ahead.
And nobody said anything about EVs being on there. They just talk about a fire they couldn't put out.
That's what I'm saying.
Had this type of fire before, but nobody said, maybe them EVs burst into flames on there because what started the fire?
Because it make too much sense. And look at some of these lithium ion places that they pulling out of Chinatown.
Yeah,
they threw them batteries in the garbage and they caught fire.
They say, remember I told you they still caught fire.
They still caught fire. And this is what I'm saying. But yet they want you to own it.
Yeah, they want you to
put
bring
it in
home.
your house.
Yeah.
Park it in your garage.
Leave it charged up overnight.
It'll trickle charge once it get past 80%. So when you get up the next morning, it's ready to go. Yeah, okay.
Huh.
You wake up the next morning, you at St. Peter's Gates. What happened?
I tell you, the best thing you can do is plug your car in, put a one of them fire detection things on the roof, and then go in the house.
How about I just don't buy one?
Yeah, son. Like
they can have it.
Yeah, son. They can keep it.
They could keep it. And we got more than enough news on them Shout to sales, man. I appreciate that heads up on that because I didn't even hear about this boat.
See, I heard about it, but I was like, because when I heard about it, nobody said, "Yo, it was EVs. It just caught on fire." I'm like, that's the EV cars is on it. EV, you wild. Come on, son.
Yo, sales, good looking on that one.
Factory.
Yep.
Good looking
Y'all have a
on
good,
that one.
enjoyable day.
Yes,
and
sir.
Stay cool.
You do
too.
the same,
Word up.
kid. You already know what it is. Peace.
Peace out, everyone.
Yes,
Later.
sir. Yo, you know what's crazy about that? Because we was talking about that at the
Shout to
job,
my guy.
son.
Shout to my you see?
It's crazy, son.
But I'm bugging. We bugging. Yo, Rally Radio, they called us car racers. Yo, son, I'm telling you, I get these wild messages on social media. We can't stand you car racers. Hey, what are you talking about?
Oh man, son. The truth hurts.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Who we got?
Miller time.
Let's go.
Let's go. Miller time. We back on air, baby. We back on with the phones.
It's good to hear everyone. It's good to hear everyone.
Let's go.
Factory.
Now I have to piggyback off Mr. Sales because Mr. Sales is the source.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Wait, Miller, before you continue, I'm telling you, our people are like, yo, they jump on it. Shout out to SP. He said there's a separate line at the pearly gates for EV owners. They holding up the regular line.
Yo, they need their own everything, so that's it, son.
So what's popping, Miller? What it is, man? What's popping?
Oh man, I have to, like I said, I have to continue off of Mr. Sales there.
Yes.
I mean, they've been talking about this. This was on the news for like the last 5 days. This is all they kept talking about.
Damn.
And you're right, they never mentioned EVs. All they kept saying was all these cars they kept burning and all these gasoline vehicles that they're touching. And once the fire catches, they're gonna have to let it burn out.
Yo,
because
I must have been under a rock.
The way this cargo ship is, the way the cargo ship is designed, they're saying that there's no ventilation, no windows, no nada. So there's no way for the firefighters to get in there, which they shouldn't have went in the first place, because now they're shifting blame that they were never taught how to fight fires on vessels. But what they're saying is they know they were taught how to fight fires on vessels like carnival ships and vessels of that nature, not cargo.
Wow.
So now they're trying to shift the blame.
Isn't that something?
Telling you, no accountability, son. Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
They are shifting so much blame
back to the fire department.
And they're trying to shift it to the people that own the boat, and then they're also the people that own the boat. They're trying to shift it to the port authority because it's their dock that it's.
Yo. Hello?
Yo, Miller Time.
They got us.
Damn, son.
They got us. He was preaching.
He
was preaching.
Yeah.
Miller.
Yo, what happened?
Miller Time. They got us.
Yeah, kid.
We talking crazy.
Nah, we are. But it's only facts, though. It's only factual, son.
They shut it down. Miller. Hold up. There's no mute.
He's not there, son.
Oh, you had to hang up. Miller, call back. Call back. There we go. Let's go, Miller. They shut you off, bro.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. So can everybody. They shut you down. Okay. They was like, "Oh no,
yo, it's crazy."
What was the last thing you heard me say?
You was talking about the firefighters, how they wasn't trained to go into the vessels, training to go into like carnival ships. They're shifting the blame now.
Yep.
Right. Now, and the crazy thing is, they're shifting the people that were the firefighters that they were not taught this, and the boat, the owners of whoever built the boat, they need to be held accountable. But the crazy thing is, the people that own the dock that the boat was docked at, they're trying to wash their hands of the whole thing.
Damn,
isn't that amazing?
And we about passing the buck.
And
that's a fact.
And not for nothing, we sitting here talking about self-driving cars.
Who gonna be blamed for an accident?
You think they gonna eat that? Hell no.
And you guys, we talked about this months ago. If you're behind the wheel,
they're gonna put it on you.
They're gonna put it on you. The same way they putting it on these brave firefighters that ran into a burning boat to save whoever was in there. They said they should not have did it. They wasn't trained.
So now the only thing they're doing now is having everybody, whoever was in there, is out of there. So the vessel is empty, is just burning with these cars. But they got the firefighters on the boats that are just trying to throw the water on the vessel itself. And they already said that the vessel was already tipping towards the land side of it's tipping to that side. So now there's going to be some damage to that dock if that fire doesn't burn itself out, because that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to let the fire burn itself out.
Oh, they're going to
have to
sink
the joint. That's a whole lot of vehicles in there.
Yo, and if we talking electric, we might as well get the barbecue on. That's gonna be you thought the Toronto and Canada flames was something. These things are gonna burn forever.
Damn, son.
Right.
I can't believe it.
Who's gonna hook up to that one and pull that out? Pause.
Who else?
Hook up and pull that one out. Hey.
Man, he was on point with it though, so he caught it immediately. Like, nah, hold on, I wasn't right.
Oh God.
Yo. Damn,
but I will say this, right? It just goes to show, right? Now, imagine this was 5 people's homes that these cars are supposed to go to.
Damn, son.
It wouldn't be such a big deal then, right? Oh, that doesn't happen every night. But this is what I'm talking about. Miller, to the point where these cars, when they get wet, what happens? Or when the battery is damaged, they have to be stored away from each other.
Yeah.
They have to be stored away because when they burn, they'll burn for hours and they don't have the proper stuff. First off, water does not work. So I don't even know why they're doing it.
I don't know why they still even trying with water. Don't make sense, huh?
Right.
30,000 gallons of 40,000. 30,000 gallons.
30,000 gallons of water in 4 hours to put out one.
Come on.
That was one.
Come on.
That was one of them.
Come on.
So they got to sink the boat, B.
And it's such a waste of water because you got countries out there that have not 4 ounces, let alone 40,000 gallons.
And they over here using it to put out a fire from the EVs that we don't even need to begin with.
This is crazy.
Which we still don't have actual education on how to dispose. We can't throw them out properly. They still have no way of learning how to recycle these things.
Come on. But they want to put it in your house.
Yeah, son. They're pushing on you to buy them.
They like, yo, buy this and drive your family around in it.
Yo,
yeah, so
I can't believe it.
If you don't get the full driving experience, you can subscribe to the full driving experience.
Damn.
Kid, that's first. You know what?
Subscribe to it.
First off, I want to give a rest in peace to the firefighters that we lost in this situation. Firefighter Wayne Brooks and firefighter Augusto Acabo.
Damn, son.
Those gentlemen, those warriors did what they were supposed to do regardless.
Yeah. They went in there ready. They went there and they faced uncertainty. They just went there. They was like, we're going to do what we're going to do here.
Damn, son. And nobody want to hold it down.
They pump it. They said they want to keep out pumping water. They want to keep pumping out water to reduce the list of things that's burning. Wow. This is.
It's a combination. You got the EVs and the gas vehicles in there, so they got to do something. Because the worst thing they can do is what? Do nothing.
That's a fact.
And they need to sink the joints, huh?
So check this out. It says. They said the ship generally operates between the United States and West Africa, and it carries more than 1,200 new and used vehicles in 157 containers. No electric cars or hazardous cargoes were on the ship while they were doing that, but this time it was.
So they say.
I don't buy it.
Hey, bidder one, you still got that bridge? I want to buy it.
You said she still got the bridge? The one with the lights? Yeah, crazy.
The one with the lights and the tolls on it. People already paying you. The money's coming right back as soon as you buy it. Wow.
Yo, it's terrible.
You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to buy it. Why don't you lease it to me?
Lease the joint, right? Shit.
This is Miller. This is an accumulation, and this is what I say. People act like, oh, they're gonna try to spin this.
Of course they are, B. Of course.
Because they cannot let it get out that EV cars are on this thing. They cannot.
I mean, better yet, they still battling. The parking lot that collapsed with all them joints on top. They still
come
battling
on. That. We just had the I9. Yeah, son. I'm telling you,
I9 just fell apart too.
With the truck that caught on fire. Listen, they got a lot of things to be responsible for. They are gonna try to avoid this one. Wow.
Yeah.
They're gonna avoid it, but we won't.
We can't do
that's why I want out of this place, man. Everybody's getting blamed for stuff, and they can't and they're not being held accountable. It's
accountability.
It's like Vegas is doing what they want, but they're watching everybody else, so no one gets over on them.
This is sad, man. This is sad.
And lives and it's costing lives of people, of everyday folks that just want to come in, do their job, and go home to their families.
Damn.
That is and then they want the ones that's going home. We want y'all to buy this too. How can you talk me into this after seeing this?
Yo, I'm telling you, son, for those out there who considered buying EVs and actually went through with it, son, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Nah, something wrong with you.
Yeah, how they sell you that on the dealership floor, son?
They already got their funeral plans up, bro.
I was talking, matter of fact, before I left work this morning, I was talking to a colleague of mine, and he says I think he said either when he retires, he said the next vehicle he's going to buy is electric.
Damn,
I threw my hands up. I just said, look, do your homework first. And if you do want to get one, if you're going to, I tell them, I said, look at the F-150 Lightning as an example. If you're going to look for something, you want something that's representable and it's somewhat decent,
right?
Go there, go there, go to Ford, and just go ahead and sit down with them and talk to them. Do your homework, do your due diligence before you make that decision. That's all I said to them. I'm not going to, because you can't tell grown people what to do.
That's a fact.
Better than that, though, Miller Time. I would have said, yo, just tune in to Rally Radio. They got you covered.
That's a fact. Send them our way. We'll help them.
Send them on down.
Yes, I will. I will do that next week.
Yes, send them. We will help them. We'll line them up. Because this is crazy.
Because during the week, he works at another location. And that other location, he talks to his supervisor. His supervisor is and proud owner of a Tesla. And
he is and proud owner.
There's only one guy.
He is. I mean, dude, there is no stutter. There's no nervousness in his voice. The man is proud of what he has.
Damn. So
he's like, yo, I own the Tesla.
He said, look, it hasn't done him. He said it hasn't done him wrong. Knock on wood.
Damn.
You can only talk bad about something when it happens to you.
That's a fact, but you would think that we at the point where we could actually research.
Yeah, you would think so, though.
Like research. Like we're not saying nothing, Miller. This is not us just saying things.
Right.
Yeah.
This is us.
I you know me. I totally agree. I'm not, but at the end of the day, people are going to make those decisions.
They're going to make their decisions.
I stopped a long time ago. Stop asking why, because you're not going to like the response you get.
That's a fact.
I don't even think we're supposed to like it. I think we just gotta understand it a little bit. Like, yo, you got a mental problem, bro.
Right.
And I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. It's okay.
He said mental problem.
And the sad part about it is, yes,
I'm telling you, so I understand.
He's mentally
you little sick. You know what I'm saying?
I will say
the same way you feel about your super, right?
That's it. Mental. Royal purple in my morning tea. I get it. You know
I will say this. I will say this. When it comes down to it, I just think that it's like, you don't think they need to take this back to the drawing board and do more work? Y'all really don't think? And then, you got to hear some of the answers I get, Miller. Well, cars been around for 100 years. How many of those caught on fire when they first started? And then I'll be like, yo, listen, bro. At the end of the day, they could have sold these. They could have did numerous things with these cars. These EV things. They could have made them EV trucks first. They could have made EV buses or whatever. They could have used them for mass transit to show how durable they are. But to give it to you first is a sure sign of I don't care.
No, absolutely not. And you got to remember, man,
goes back to your last the last 2 episodes, and your question was, what was more important? The innovation
or safety.
Or safety.
And they are clearly choosing innovation over your safety.
See, my wife says I don't listen. See, I'm listening to you guys, right?
Let's say I don't listen.
He's stupid. Yo, Miller about to get us jacked up.
Yo, son.
We're going to get the big cord cut like
yeah.
What happened? Because he's listening to y'all and not me.
Oh, boy. Crazy.
All right, guys. I tied up your line. Y'all got to get back to your agenda. But do me a favor, y'all. Y'all got to reach out to me and ask me when I can come back on the show, because I would love to come back on.
Oh, man. That's a definite. We got. You know what? We fell off with the we wanted to have one of our callers up here, or just one of our people every month.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we fell off. We had a little situation, but now we seem to be getting right back on the boat. Bad pun. I didn't mean that. We getting back together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you already know we one of the first we're gonna call.
Factory.
You already know.
All right, guys, go ahead, do your thing. Thanks for taking the time to listening. And like I said, it's good to have you guys back on. I'm glad the phones are working, because everybody's got something to say, and it's not stupid what we say, because we are paying attention, and I am learning. And if it wasn't for you guys, I would not have anything to learn about.
I appreciate
I'll just go to work and come home.
Absolutely.
Yo, Miller, we appreciate you for that, man. Thanks for showing that love, man. We appreciate you, kid.
No doubt. You guys take care and continue your education.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
All right, peace. Wow, man.
That's crazy, huh?
Wow. And you know what? It just kind of even just hearing that these firefighters lost their life in this really ruins. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. We want to hit it home how dangerous these cars could be.
Yeah.
But it just ruins it, because you really see people losing their lives. And if there's one thing I don't like is loss of life. Because I just can't understand it.
Nah, me neither. You know, another thing, it's like, it just goes to show you again, man, like people losing their lives behind these things. And then you put them in a situation where other, potential hazards, it gets even worse.
Yep. That is sad.
And again, they want to push us on us. Again, they got the auto industry, 10 billion in on them.
And now they got to get it back. They already spent the money. They got to get it back. We can't just not do this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They can't pull out yet. Pause.
They can't pull out. But check it out. It's funny you said that, right? Now, we all talked about the design of the EV. The problem is that the car has to charge. China, there's a company in China, Cow 60, or Geely rather, is the name of the company, that actually makes batteries that can be a car that could have the battery swapped. Apparently, this battery just fell out of one of the cars while it was driving and hit the road. That is amazing. Are these autos? Yeah. Liberty. That is hilarious. Shout to Sam. How do you do this?
Yo, son. I never heard of an engine just dropping out while driving.
Listen, back in March, Lotus and Polestar parent company Geely announced a battery swap capable ride-share oriented new brand called the Cow Auto. A few months later, one of the brand's Cow 60 cars appeared to have dropped its swap capable battery pack on the roadway.
Damn.
In a video shared by Car News China, a car that appears to be a Cow 60 can be seen down a surface road underneath an overpass with its deck lid open. A few dozen feet behind, the battery pack can be seen sitting in the middle of the road. That is presumably the pack meant to be swapped out of the car. Since the failure itself was not recorded and the reason for the failure has not been documented, it is unclear what exactly could have caused the battery to fall out. What is your thoughts on that?
It's probably missing an engine mount.
They forgot They forgot when you put the battery in your car, the little remote control, you got to close the lid. They forgot to close the lid.
That's what they forgot to do.
Or they forgot a battery bracket. Something, son. They forgot something along the way. Along the way, this 20-minute swap.
Kid, and then this thing automatically shut off. Like, boom, that's it. This EV thing, so and y'all know y'all like bidding one, man. It's like every week y'all be. It's not that we choose to talk about them, but every week there's something else.
It really is though.
Every week,
it really is. Like go do the research and we see EV stuff pop up. Like,
come on, man.
I don't know, son. Did it just say Lotus parent company?
Yes.
Like Lotus, who?
Yes.
Not like
and Polestar. Yes.
Not Lotus.
Lotus.
Emera Lotus?
Rally Radio, who we got in the box.
Yo, it's your boy Big J back in the building.
Let's go,
First off, Jay, we happy to hear from you. Let's go. We got Jay in the building, man. Oh, no, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry. Not that one.
Yo.
Sorry.
What is going on, guys?
Shout out to my guy, Jay. Yeah, how you feeling, man?
Absolutely.
No, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Sorry I haven't been able to, make my normal appearance. Work schedule kind of got your boy kind of pressed down. So, I figured let me get a chance to hit you guys up.
So what you got for
my favorite
man?
crew?
What you got for us? Because we know when Jay show up, he got info.
Yeah, factory.
Crazy.
Factory.
I've been seeing the posts. I've been seeing.
Oh man.
I've been seeing.
I was gonna say, man, aside from the fact that I'm looking at a lot of clean Hondas out here, I mean a lot of clean Hondas. Clean Hondas. It was called the clean, like talking to a lot of guys out here. Believe it or not, like they build them well out here. With they kind of have like a bit more of that East Coast build where it's like, it's mostly like the backyard kind of builds where it's like, let's swap out the LEDs and glass.
Yes.
For like, cut down as much waste we possibly could. Let's put a nice turbo in it. Good stuff.
Right. Clean.
Good to see. It's good to see that stuff is still alive and well. With that being said, though, I'm hearing about these EVs, man. What's happening?
Yo, I'm telling you, it's getting out of control. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Sales and Militime NYC. They put us on about the boat. And it's like, and you know what? I look at so much news. Yeah. I look at so many different things. Sometimes some things will go over my head. I can't front, but I appreciate everybody letting me know what it is. Now it's like these things are catching. We already know, Jay. These things are catching fire. Crazy. They catching fire. Crazy.
Damn.
And it's funny, it's funny how they're pushing these things onto the public so quickly, without any type of quality control testing.
Right.
Like, I mean, to be fairly honest, you guys are the beta testers. Let's be honest.
That's what we said last week. We said, you might as well. You know that symbol they paint on the side of the crash dummy
with the tan jumpsuit.
That's everybody else that own one of these joints.
Think about it. They collecting data with it too.
Yep.
They collecting data.
It's kind of funny too. You guys talk about the EV situation. So some of the equipment that we have here are EVs, right? Yeah. One of them caught fire.
Oh boy.
At an airport.
Oh
boy.
That sounds like I thought it was gonna be one more step. Like he said it caught fire.
Oh no.
At an airport.
Burn the whole joint down.
Oh no, that thermal runaway is no joke.
Damn. You hear
and it just goes to show you that listen, sometimes you just can't beat good old fashioned gas powered cars.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it. And you know what's crazy? Toyota already put out that we don't need it. Toyota already, they said, listen, if you buy a hybrid car, that is all you need.
And throw it in eco, you good.
And throw it in eco, you good. If you care that much,
for real.
Get a hybrid, throw it in eco, drive it.
Damn.
But to go full electric.
Toyota. Toyota. Listen, what I love about Toyota is the fact that they go against the grain. Even with the EV, they even say, look, we might make one, but we're going to give y'all a manual. Right. Look that up. It is crazy.
Wow. That's what I'm saying.
They even said it. So, yes, you get a manual in your EV.
You will get a manual in your EV.
Damn.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like Toyota, and that's why they are one of my top 5. And we talk about them every week. Toyota, Porsche, Honda.
Yep.
Ford. Those are the car companies we got to give it to. Just don't. Who's normally our fifth one? Porsche, Toyota, Honda.
You could throw.
Ford.
That's tough. I mean, you got Aston. You got Beamer.
I think it's not Beamer that we.
You know, I will say, people do sleep on Aston because Aston's one of those few companies that still give you a V12 with the stick.
That's what I'm saying.
They pause.
Damn,
huh?
Hey, yo.
The V12 with the stick.
They do give me
What?
Yowzers.
Hey, yo, hold on. Wait a minute. Caught me slipping out here.
What kind of show is this today, son? This is crazy.
Whoa, hey, yo.
But
no, but they do give you the third pedal.
I mean,
I'm not going to hold you on that.
The fifth one, we will say Dodge. Dodge is normally in the top 5.
But now they finish because they was giving people what they wanted, and it looked like that's over with. Now.
Yeah.
They just got to go with what they telling them to do. So Dodge is the honorable mention fifth. Anybody could take that place right now. Anybody.
Said anybody.
Hyundai.
I want to love Dodge, but I swear, like, just the crowd around it just can't. I
can't be associated with it, right? See what happens to the auto, son?
I hear you.
Man.
I hear you. And we talked about that too, how certain cars, you just hate them because, and not the car,
it's
the owners.
It just be the owners. It's like, oh Lord, it's like I want to love this, but oh man,
but
it's you know what it is. I feel like they took over for what Hondas used to be in the early 2000s.
They took over for Infiniti and BMW in mid 2008 to 2013. You couldn't stand those dudes. It was like, oh my God, here goes another Infiniti with this. With another loud exhaust and another BMW driving crazy. Like,
I think they moved on to the Dodgers though. I'm telling you.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's sad too because it's like it's cheap, easy acquired power. It's cheap in a very general perspective. It's power that anyone can acquire.
And you know what? You're 100% right. And it's like. It's got to get to a point like I said that I still want a Hellcat, man.
Yeah.
To this day, I don't care. I still want one. But at the end of the day, mines wouldn't be like you won't see me just ODing for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when you see these guys, there was an accident on the belt a couple weeks ago. The kid just lost control of the joint, crashed into the back of a CX-9, and then went into a tree.
And went in half or something like that.
And went and have killed him, and I believe the girl and him passed away. And it's like. It's all good to stomp on the gas, but lo and behold, you better know what to do when this thing start acting out. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. The thing about those, like, just all of them, like Hellcats and Scat Packs and all that stuff. Look, I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. The sound is amazing for what you're getting from the factory. But it's just like, how to describe it? It's kind of like with Porsche, like. Look at it with Porsche. Porsche doesn't just tell you, "Oh, get this GT3 and just do what you want with it." You gotta have some type of qualification.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact. So I got a question for you, Jay, because we're gonna jump into our tech talk after we finish our phone call with you, right?
Oh, I got the answer.
Your 5 best engine swaps. Your 5 best engine swaps. In your opinion, yes.
You mean like, hold on, Jay, before you answer that, is it like engine swaps he's seen in a car, or we seen in a car, or just engines in general?
Engine swaps that we've seen in the car. Not something that we can just
swaps
no Forza.
No okay. So real live engine swaps.
Real live engine swaps.
Okay. Number 1, I'm gonna say the rotary swap Suzuki.
Woo! Yes. Suzuki Cappuccino.
No, the Samurai. I remember seeing one dude with it like years ago.
Okay.
That's hot.
So
that's one.
That's number 1. Number 2, I have seen it. The MR2 K swap. Just that thing is a destroyer.
K swap the world. I've seen it too.
I did too. Son, but
dominating the street for a little while.
Yeah, man.
A red one.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Look, he hating.
Yeah, whatever.
What else you got, Jay?
That's crazy.
Let me see. I would say the RV swap Datsun 240Z.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's pretty hot.
That's a mean one. If you ever played Tokyo Extreme
That's
Racer,
hot.
the last dude that you gotta race has to have this in his car.
Yeah,
It
right.
makes sense.
You can't run from him. It's a race.
Let me see what else is there. Whew, man, that's a hard choice, man. It's difficult because I've seen so many swaps.
Yes.
And I know this is pretty much cheating. But I'm gonna have to say, I forgot. I don't know the dude's name, but he had like I think it was like a black S14 with a Jay-Z swap.
Okay, that's another great swap. That's 4.
That's hot.
Yeah, I mean, and I've only seen that dude run the streets a few times. I think that is a ridiculous build.
Yes. I gotta say 2J the world too. You know, I don't want to say that too loud because this guy over here, look at him. He already look at him.
I'm telling you, there's nothing bad with that.
I don't want to say it too loud. Look, he holding his face, his chin. He like this, yo, yeah, you know. I don't want to say it. One more, Jay. What you got for me?
One more. I am actually going to say an S58 swap E36.
Damn, that's pretty hot.
That is a mean one.
That's pretty hot.
I gotta say that was actually a good list.
Yeah, it definitely was.
That was actually a great list for everybody that's tuned in, paying attention. We want to hear your list too. We want to hear them or drop them in the comments. Your top 5 swaps, engine swaps ever. Top 5.
It's hard, man, but it's so much potential.
Yes. So we got to ask you, Jay, how's it looking out there in the West Coast now? How are we looking now? Like you put up these pictures of these Hondas. You tag me in them, the CRXs, the EFs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's worth a business venture? Do you think?
I'm not going to say no. I'm just saying, like, I have found a few barn finds, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even going to hold you. Like, when money gets a little bit better for me, I might dabble into like an old Honda. I'm not even going to hold you on it.
That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like he.
Give me your fucking.
I'm not even going to hold you on it, you know? And it's funny, too, because talking to some of these builders out here, they're like, yo, listen, if you build it right, they don't press you.
Really?
They really don't press you like they make it seem like it, you know? So they're mostly going after, like, Infinities and Hellcats. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
They're going after the Infinities and Hellcats?
Damn, son.
Yo, that is crazy.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, look, between that, I've even seen, you know, another classic I will say that goes completely unnoticed. Those Volvo 240s.
The Volvo 240.
Yeah, the square bodies, those are hot, son. Those are hot.
Those are hot. They've maintained their prices for a while. I'm not even gonna hold you on that.
Yeah,
they hot.
Yeah, and you know, some cars just have the body lines to hold value.
Yeah.
Some of them just look good. There is no way around it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, like 100%. Like a Corrado, I just love the way they look. To me, it's the best looking car I've ever seen. So it's like, I love it, man. So it's hard for me to not think that car is gonna hold its value.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Jay, we're gonna jump into the rest of the show. We're gonna have a segment for you coming up now that we got our phones back. But we also wanted to key you in on this stream thing. We'll talk about that when we get a chance.
Factory.
When you free. But in the meantime, man, it's good to hear from you. Glad to hear you walking around doing what you got.
Absolutely.
Glad that everything is going good for you out there in the west side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Appreciate it, man. You know, just out here trying to survive like anyone else, you know.
That's a fact. Stay in the trenches, baby. And don't forget, keep updating us that information on the West Coast because that is actually looking like a little moment over there. Like maybe able to come off with something and bring back, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm just saying. Listen, I'll drop you off some more gems, and what y'all do with it is up to y'all.
Let's go.
I appreciate
Let's go. We appreciate it, Jay. We gonna get back with you. You already know what it is, kid.
Appreciate it, man. All right, well, gentlemen, listen, I'll let y'all go. Oh shoot, one more, like, you know, honorable mention for the swaps. The SRT10 Ram. I count that as a swap.
You do? It came from the factory like that.
It did come from the factory.
I'm counting that as a swap.
You know what?
I mean, it technically kind of is a swap, though. They just swapped it.
They did it.
Yeah, they just did.
So are we including engine swaps from factory?
We could do that. Why not?
Okay. With that being said, Jay just added a whole nother category to this.
Yeah.
And we gonna get it. He said, look at Phil. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Phil is on your back. He said it's not a swap.
Okay.
Not a swap. He said that's not a swap.
As far as like what?
I mean, because it came from the factory.
It's a swap though, because it came from something
It
else.
was technically a swap.
Listen,
Listen, when it first came out, it came out with what, a V6, a little V8. You know, that V10 is so limited.
I don't know. Listen,
it's technically a swap.
Dr. Phil talk. I listen.
Nah, hey, I listen to Dr. Phil too though, but that's technically a swap. I don't know, son.
We will soon see. For those listening, drop your top 5 in the comments. Yo, Jay, we gonna get back with you, bro.
Yeah, no, appreciate it, man. Listen, do what y'all gotta do.
All right, kid, we gonna get up with you later.
Yes.
Later.
Peace. It's good to hear from all our people. Shout to Jay, man.
It is, bro.
Shout to Jay. I wanted as everybody knows, he had put a picture in the group that he was involved in that accident. He said that Lexus took care of him.
Yeah, factory, absolutely. Son.
Shout to Toyota, shout to Lexus. And here I go, I find myself shouting them out. And I know that was Marlon that was like, he said, welcome to the dark side. Shout to Toyota, shout to Lexus. But with that being said, that's got to be my guy, Sly Fox. What's pop? He said, peace, King. Y'all know how we get down, man. Yo, with that being said, we're going to jump right in. You ready to go into this next little segment?
Let's go, son.
Here we go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I. Sean.
Shout to my guy, Sly Fox, man. Yo, you already know, King. One of the meanest Fox bodies in NY right now. Clean, too. Besides my man, Keith. Shout to Keith. With that being said, you know how we get down, man. We are here. We are in the building. We're going to get into this Tech Talk a little bit. Now, y'all already heard the question that we asked Jay. And like I said, if y'all got comments, drop them in the comments below.
Yeah.
S.I. Sean. We're going to go to you first.
Okay.
Top 5 engine swap. Let's not make it 5. What's the best engine swap in your opinion that you've seen?
Man, that's tough.
Let's go.
That's a tough one. That's a very. I don't want to ruin it like all 2Js. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. I already know that's what I could have just went that route, right?
2J the world.
So one crazy swap that I seen, right? Was it was an S15 body. It's kind of like what Jay said with the 2J in it. It had the whole Sylvia front on it. It was ridiculous, right? I thought that was pretty wacky, right?
So we're gonna go one for one.
Okay, cool.
Shout to my guy Cedric Melbourne.
Okay.
For having, to me, one of the meanest swaps I've ever seen, which was the LS powered 240.
That's crazy.
That was, to me, one of the best swap I've ever seen. That was like, I said, this is what you would want. We talked about this the other night. Turbo versus NA. NA, no real tuning issues.
Yeah.
You have a lot more fun with that.
Yeah.
And he did. That was the way it sounded, the way it moved, the way it drives. Beautiful swap, in my opinion. Continue on. What you got?
2J swap Tundra, son.
A 2J swap Tundra.
I'm saying, son.
Here we go. So he's marking them off, y'all. He's marking them off. I gotta say, the 2J swap Tundra, man, I mean, like they took the V8 out of the Tundra?
Drag racing purposes.
Okay, so who was that? That was Paisley Racing or something?
I don't know who that was. I can't remember.
That sounded like one of them.
But it was some craziness.
Shout to Jay. He said the one more he said he's gonna say is the Ken Block Unicorn. Ken Block, rest in peace to Ken Block. He has some real mean cars.
Yes.
That Pegasus, that Porsche, that Pegasus, that pink one that his daughter drove up Pikes Peak. Mean. I will say, however, my next swap or top in my opinion, one of the top swaps, and to me, I can say this personally because I did it, would be the B16 and the CRX. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, you know what? Yeah, because in Japan, they come like that. You get the top model, the SIR, they come like that. They come with the B16 in it. Over here in the United States, unfortunately, we didn't get that. We got the SI, which had like 102 horsepower, I believe, right? So to do the B16 swap, it was relatively cheap, but it was a great platform to start on. Why? Because the B16 has so many different tuning parts at that time. Everybody was making parts for the B16 or B series. Let me say it that way. The B series mode.
Yeah, that's hot, son.
So I gotta say that was definitely one of the greatest swaps.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That I personally love.
That's hot. Another one I got is the 5.4 that comes in a 2009 Shelby, because you know that engine's from the
Ford
GT, just detuned. That's a wacky swap, son.
That's a walk. That's crazy.
That's crazy, son. That's
crazy.
a crazy swap, son.
That's
sorry.
crazy.
Banana swap to me.
Whenever I hear Ford GT, I shut off.
Boom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a wild swap to me, son. 100%.
Shout to SP. He said I still salivate over that S1 Unicorn. It's crazy. I'm telling you, he had a couple cars. My next swap that I say is the most impressive that I have seen, right? It's a couple. Don't get me wrong. I've seen the 2J swap S2000. That was crazy. A mean swap.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is a mean swap.
That's crazy. You know what swap I'm dying to see, but I know it's on its way.
What's one?
K20R on the CRX with the red top. I'm dying. That's gonna be a crazy one. That was gonna be crazy.
He took a wild shot right there. Like, get to work.
Yeah, son. That's definitely a swap. I think is very banana, son.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
I give you one better, not one better, but one that hit the drag racing world crazy, and that was a Prelude engine in a CRX.
Damn.
No, we couldn't understand it. I was like, wow, did it fit? They had to cut the car up crazy, but it worked.
So what about the J series joints in the bubbles?
That's crazy.
That's V6 joints.
Who's like, what are you doing with that?
Yo, that's also nuts.
They were taking the Acura Type S transmission, the 6-speed manual transmission. They turned into gold behind it.
Son, what?
Crazy. And another swap. And trust me, I have a couple that I was just in love with.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them. Son.
The B series in the Lotus Elise.
Oh,
that was another. I was like, whoa,
that's
who
crazy.
does that?
That's crazy.
B series in the Mini.
Yeah, that's crazy, son.
Tell you, I've seen some of the craziest swaps. Now, when we talking big horsepower swaps, big horsepower swaps, obviously outside of the 2J, you got to go with the RB.
Okay, for sure.
Right? And I've seen RBs in 240s.
Yeah.
I've even seen an RB, obviously, in Z's.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, another crazy swap I've seen. 2J in a BMW E36.
Son.
Whoa.
I seen one in the E46.
Yo,
seen one in the E46. You know what was another crazy swap, son? A freaking LS. LS3 in the Miata.
That's bonkers.
Seen it.
How about
lost my mind?
That is ridiculous. That's
lost
ridiculous.
my mind, son.
That's ridiculous, son. How about I've seen the LS swap they was doing for the Pontiac Solstice.
Oh man, son.
That and the Saturn. What was the name of that car? As a Saturn, it was a Saturn.
Not Sunfire.
No, it was a I forget, but they was both coupes.
Yeah, you talking about the little joints.
Yeah, they were swapping LS motors into those.
That's wacky. You know another crazy one, son? The 4G63 and the 99 GSX Eclipse, son. The Evo joints inside of those.
We got a call. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Who we got?
Hey, I'm talking engine stuff.
Oh, Dr. Phil. Here we go. Let's go.
Man, I'm hearing a whole lot of regularity going on there, man. A whole lot of stuff everybody doing.
Uh-oh. So
okay.
What you got?
All right. Most unique swap I've ever seen.
Yes.
Is a small block Ford out of a 66 Mustang.
Oh.
A 302 out of a 66 Mustang in an NA Miata.
That's
wow.
Really
who did that one? Right? That sounds crazy. You know, when I hear
dude uptown where I run up on Bear Mountain has that. Apparently, the story behind that is he had a 66 Mustang and he crashed it, and basically that's kind of the build is kind of like a tribute to that car because he loved it so much.
Okay.
Obviously, it's not a powerhouse because I think it maybe makes 220 wheel horsepower, so it's not a powerhouse, but the thing sounds incredible.
I'm about to say, and
it's 220 horsepower to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like a powerhouse to me. I don't know.
Word. And we already know the tuning capabilities. Like, okay, whatever you want to do.
Oh, absolutely. If he wanted to go crazy with it, he would. But for his purposes, the swap is extremely clean.
Mm-hmm.
And you said he did everything in his garage. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a shop did it. You know what I'm saying? No wonkiness, no wires everywhere, no nothing. When I say you could eat out of the engine bit.
Wow. That is a unique
swap. No, that swap sounds right.
Yeah, I'm gonna post his IG. I'm gonna post his IG in the page so people can see it, man. Because I think a lot of people really need to see that. That swap is incredible.
That sounds wild. Have y'all seen this Ferrari that they swapped the K series in? They put a K series in this. You see, yo, Phil started laughing. You seen it?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
It's wild. That's what I'm saying. The world of engine swaps.
Don't even talk to me about that. What about? I know y'all seen this one, the FRS with the V12 Ferrari engine in.
FRS is the V12 Ferrari motor. Yeah, I seen that. That's Ryan Turk's car.
Yeah.
Nasty streets.
He crashed that too.
Well,
right into the damn wall.
Yeah, he did.
Well, it was nice, huh?
He's a drifter, so they're gonna crash eventually.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm surprised Jay didn't mention this because he's been coolman all over this car. The TRD NASCAR V8 swapped LFA drift car.
Ooh,
that's crazy.
Yeah, he did mention that, right? Like this. Look,
he did mention that, and he's the one that's been posting it.
He did mention that. I will say this, however, right? When it comes down to an engine swap, does it matter to you if the brands are not the same?
It all depends. Okay. I am definitely a purist. I fall more on the purist side of things.
Yes.
Where as long as it's within the same manufacturer, I'm cool. I don't like to cross swap between manufacturers. I mean, I understand why people do it, but me personally, I wouldn't. So another one, another one I came across with one year I went to March Madness is a VK56 swap.
Oh,
the VK56 is the 5.6 liter motor that comes in the Nissan Titan, the pickup truck.
Wow.
Or the QX56 Infinity.
Yes.
I've seen that in an S14 240.
Oh wow! You know what? I think I seen that one on the racing channel.
Yeah, he's from Long Island. Dude's from Long Island.
Is he? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it when I went to March Madness one year.
Wow,
that's definitely crazy.
That's bunk.
Very creative. Very creative. I've seen 1UZ swapped Mark II Celica Supra.
Right.
That's how.
Wow.
The Mark II. Yeah, 1UZ is the V8 that came out of. I think they got it out of the first gen LS 400.
Wow.
What else?
You know, we haven't
1J in the Tacoma. Seen that.
I think,
as Sean mentioned, the 2J in the E46 M3. Seen that.
Yo, you know what swap is crazy, son? I don't know if you ever seen the S65 out the V8 M3 in the E46. M3. That was crazy, son.
That's kind of making, you know what it is? You know what that's kind of making? That's kind of going for an M3 GTR kind of deal.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a fake M3 GTR.
It's crazy.
A craziest swap I've seen on the internet is the S85 V10 into an E30.
Oh, that's wacky.
That's one of those BMW basement joints right there.
Yeah, for real. With the tie around the head and the beer bottles on the side. That's one of those.
We could swap it early. Damn. I think
I've seen turbo VR6 swap into an Audi A4 Avant wagon.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That car is a demon.
I seen an S2000. No, not an S2000. AE86 swap with an S2000 F Series motor.
Nice. You see, as I said, I understand
crazy, son.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, to keep up with the soul of the car, you know what I'm saying, a certain motor just works.
Right.
That's why I see people driving around with 1J powered E36s, and I'm like, I get it.
I ain't gonna lie, Phil. I still don't get it. I still don't get it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm with Phil on that one. I kind of like them to be the same brand. All across, and it's like
I do, but I get it.
We can't find none in the same family.
I personally wouldn't do it. But I mean, come on, man. When you see a rotary swap Starlet,
yeah, you can't.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
You gotta gotta, you know, you gotta let it go.
I'm gonna give you.
It's just me.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna give you one more swap. A Ford SHO motor or engine rather, and a Wrangler with made it to a Mustang transmission.
That's crazy.
My homeboy Colin.
That's crazy.
That was the crazy. And they got it to run.
That's crazy.
And then they turbocharged it.
Damn, son.
Yeah, that's a feat because that's a whole. The wiring I'm just thinking of is nightmarish.
Let me tell you, these guys. Well, shout to my guy. His name was Phil too, by the way. He had a shop called Phil's Auto on Merrick.
Okay.
He had one of the fastest. We say Cosworth, but over here the Mercura XR4 Ti. He had one of the fastest ones. You probably know.
You talking about Big Phil? Yeah, I know his son.
Yeah, Big Phil. Phil and them used to be in there swapping any and everything, son. When I say
his son had a customer had given it to him, but it was what motor was that? It was a Mazda. I think it was a Mazda 2.3.
Wow.
And with a turbo strapped onto it in a Merc Core XR4 Ti. He's got a turbo V8 XR4 Ti race car.
Really?
That's crazy.
It's got a whole it's one of them. It's never gonna see the light of day again. But that car, it's pretty much a tube chassis at this point, and it's never gonna see the light. But one day. Maybe
we're gonna see it.
Damn.
Maybe. Yeah, I know his son. He had the record. Apparently, he had the record. He had the record for the fastest Merc in
he did.
for quite a while.
He did, and you know what? They used to build their own manifolds and stuff too. They used to make their own manifolds and everything. I'm telling you, these guys. That was the first time I had seen a lot of. They was just swapping stuff for GP. Like, we're gonna put this in here and see if it works. And you're like, how did you figure that you could make that to a Mustang transmission?
Yeah.
What transmission? Which one exactly? Like they were beasts at it. Colin was the one who did my turbo swap on my CRX. I never forget it. I had a LS. I had a LS in my CRX, LS motor, a Honda too, by the way, right? Yeah. And I took it to him, and he was like, "Yo," he said, "I'm about to leave." He said, I'm about to go to Florida because he was about to do more tuning, more. So he said, yo, before I leave, I'm going to build you. I'm going to put this turbo in your car. And I'm like, yo, I ain't got no tuning. He said, give it to me. I gave him the car. When I got it back, I had a T3, T4 turbo on it. Front mount and a cooler that I had bought. Upgraded injectors, upgraded fuel pump. He even did all the plumbing and everything for me, and gave me the car back. I drove the car and it was spinning tires in third. And that's how I know like what them joints are really capable of. But shout to my guy. He helped me with that one.
Yo, that's out of control, son.
He helped me with that.
Yeah,
and last but not least,
shout to the OGs in the game, man.
Shout to the OGs because they was making it happen.
Shout to the OGs, bro.
And last but not least,
they paved the way.
Last but not least, shout to my guy Reeps, aka Dangerous Damien, for having another crazy swap that I hear of, but I had rarely seen. That LS, he has an LS3 in his Mazda RX-7. And I had to see it, and it's turbo.
That's wild.
On top of that.
That's wild.
So I had to see it with my own two eyes. I've heard of it, but to see it up close and personal, and after and shout to him because he's a true car guy.
Yeah.
After watching him work on this car, and I'm there with him while he's working on it, I see why everybody likes the American V8s and stuff because the parts. It's not like with
parts availabilities and it's You go to AutoZone and get whatever you need.
Exactly.
Okay.
You go to AutoZone and get what you need, and not
Yeah.
for nothing, the parts are not small and babyish. And yo, 1,
Nah.
2, 3, 4 bolts, bow, you got your manifold. I was like, you know what I'd be doing to do this on this CR? What?
Yep.
So I gotta say, shout to Reeps, man. Still, to me, one of the that's a bad swap. That's a drag
that's
race.
crazy. Yeah, that's definitely a crazy swap.
He don't take it out the race.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, left lane. You want to get in the left lane? Oh, whoa, hey,
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. Yo, we gonna finish out strong, Phil. Appreciate you for calling in. We got the phones back as usual. That's actually a good thing. So we can't wait to hear from you. We got a whole bunch more.
Y'all work this out.
But don't worry, we got some other things coming up too that we're gonna work on. We're gonna try to work on getting some video out here.
Yeah, absolutely, son.
For our listeners, though. So that's gonna be interesting. But in the meantime, you know what it is. We're gonna have our Legends of Auto, and then we're gonna finish strong, kid. You know what to do.
All day.
All right, kid. Peace.
All right, peace.
Later. Shout to Phil. He said, shout to Marlon. He said, Phil and I agree on something else. It's a great day today.
That is hilarious, son. That is hilarious.
With that being said, man, we had to step right over the line, man. We had a lot of things. We're gonna talk about one thing though.
Yeah.
It looks like the Buick Grand Sport.
Man.
Buick is how they say a dollar short.
Yeah, I don't know the full thing.
They always late to the party, man.
Yeah.
Now you want to come out with a performance model? I don't understand.
Something better late than never, though.
It's gonna be EV, bro.
Nah, son, stop.
Why?
Playing. Stop playing.
It's gonna be an all electric EV. They're supposed to be coming back with the Buick. They actually trademarked the name.
Man.
So they putting the GS badge on stuff. We already know what they're gonna do. They are always late to the party, man. When the last time you seen a Buick car? For that matter, the Enclave. Those are SUVs.
Stupid, son.
What is that? Just wanted to put that out there. With that being said, man, we're gonna jump right into our driver's etiquette. Y'all know how we get down here. You know how we get down.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
With that being said, man, don't forget the driver's etiquette was definitely made for the listeners too. If you got somebody you want to put on blast,
factory.
Somebody done got on your nerve, they done came through, they done swerved through and got on your nerve, something crazy. That lady that was eating a whole full 5-course meal behind the steering wheel and you ain't make the red light because she was sitting at the green for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yo, if you want to put on blast, you want to put anybody on blast, that's what driver's etiquette is for. It's not only for us to talk, it's for us to listen to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're going to jump right in. Today's driver's etiquette for us is going to be, we're drawing the line in the sand.
Damn, son.
That's it. Line in the sand. Either you love autos or you don't.
Damn, son.
And notice I said autos. I didn't say appliances. I said autos. We drawing the line in the sand. If you don't love them, step to the other side. But if you do, step over here. We got people over here like Robert Downey Jr., who has a whole show swapping EV engines, EV motors into classic cars. I'm disgusted.
Yo, that bothers me. Every time I hear that makes me cringe.
Now they talking about, now that he's done the show for season 1, they want to sell them. He's a joke. He's a joke.
That is, again, it's like you gotta draw the line. So is he an enthusiast?
Hell no. You can't be an enthusiast and do stuff like that. And if you're gonna,
how could you?
If that's the case, you might as well just go get yourself a Tesla or something like that, or Audi e-tron, like what he drives when he's Tony Stark.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm taking this shot.
He said when he's Tony Stark.
When he's Tony Stark, man, do yourself a favor, man. Take that with you. You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact, son.
We got to start drawing the line in the sand. We got a lot of guys that I'll be listening to. A lot of guys, that call themselves, automotive enthusiasts, and they're coming around with Teslas and all that, and they want to be involved in the conversation. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this one time. You don't belong here.
Damn.
You don't belong here.
That's it.
That's it.
Yo.
You want to talk about something that rolls on wheels and it's electric?
Mm-hmm.
Do yourself a favor and go on over there to the trolleys or something like that. Go look at the little buses.
Huh?
But when it comes to being an automotive enthusiast, you are not. You don't belong here. And that is for everybody who's listening, who's like, you know what? I love EVs. I want to give EVs a shot. Go ahead, bro, but not over here.
Yeah.
Not over here. I'm drawing a line in the sand. You call up here and you got an EV, you're getting super questioned under the spotlight. What did you walk past? What did you walk past before you bought this?
Man.
We got to draw the line in the sand.
Nah, so you're 100% correct with that, though. 100% right.
That's it. Got to draw the line in the sand. It's got to get to a point where we got to let people know, listen, man. Listen, I am an automotive enthusiast.
Yeah.
I am a car guy to an extent. I may not be the one that's super, super crazy with the mechanic and the wrenching skills, but I am an automotive enthusiast. And if it's one thing we knew from Jump Street, when we did this show, was that the EV game is getting silly out there.
For sure, son. 100%.
Our very first episode was EV versus gas wars.
Damn.
That was our very first episode. So we letting you know from there.
Damn, son.
So don't be confused. Don't hit me up on social media talking about you need to. I'm not doing it. We was gonna rent a Tesla from Hertz to see what the hubbub is about. You know what happened?
What's that?
I went to call Hertz and I couldn't even say it. I said, hello, I would like to rent up. My body wouldn't let me say it. It would not let me say it. I tried. This is driver's etiquette for me.
No, I hear that, son.
Because
son.
you have to be a driver first. And if you letting cars drive for you, if you're charging your car on the wall, if you're more worried about what your car can do for you outside of the performance, then you are the problem.
I agree.
You are the problem. When I hear guys say, oh, you know, I just got to keep an open mind. Yeah. Yeah. I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you with lights and tolls on it.
Son, I don't even know what that means when it comes to those. Open mind.
When I hear open mind, it sounds like you trying to change me.
Yeah, like we keep an open mind. What you talking about?
My wife don't even say that to me. She be like this, nope, he just ain't gonna do it. And she respects that. I'm sorry.
That's real right there. Nah, that's real, son.
Yo, listen. If you out here running and you like, yo, I love EVs and I am an auto enthusiast, you gotta draw the line.
Damn, son. You ain't lying, OB. I agree 100%, man, because it gotta be. There's a difference, son, between people.
SP, son. He said he's trying to call. He said they keep going to voicemail. I don't know why.
Man.
Keep calling, brother. We want to hear it, man. You cannot be both.
No, you can't. No, I don't think you could be.
Choose a side.
Damn.
Stop out here fronting for the people. Robert Downey Jr. is out here fronting for the people because there's no way I'm gonna go to a classic Stingray Corvette double bubble convertible, and put an EV mode in it, and then talk about, oh, I want to sell it now. What is it worth?
Damn.
We already know that cars of that age are worth more when the engine and the body have the matching numbers, and you just desecrated that.
But I guess he's going off his name, though.
Well, his name is Mud to me.
He said Mud.
I am Mud. I can't. Ooh. It's time to draw the line. It is. Don't come around me with him because I'm looking at you sideways. I'm waiting for this thing to tick before it blow up.
Start sparking or something.
It's time to draw the line. Those who know, and those who don't, stay away.
Factory.
But you cannot keep telling me that these things are, that you're an auto enthusiast, you're an automotive enthusiast, and this is the things that you like. I can't.
Damn. Son.
I can't. So that was my driver's etiquette.
That's real though, kid.
That was my drive to get it. I didn't want to get too into my feelings, but it does bother me. So with that being said, we're gonna step right on, man. You know how we get down. Favorite part of the show. Here we go. You ready?
Let's go, son.
Let's get it.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right, what you got for us today?
Hey, man. So what I got for y'all, man, I think this one's a pretty interesting one. Speaking of Buicks,
let's go.
Got another one up here for y'all. 1970 Buick Wildcat. Come on. Whew. I love the name.
I love the name too.
First, have you ever seen one?
No. But let's go. I've never seen one in person.
That's what I'm saying. Talk about swaps.
Yes.
You could get you could have got it in two options: 6.6 liter
Mm-hmm.
or that big block 7.0. Are you kidding me, son?
Mean.
Come on, son.
Mean.
Convertible only had 1,244 ever produced.
Wow.
Yeah, you could get it with a 3-speed manual or 4-speed manual.
Say it again, please.
So wait. You could get it with 3-speed manual or 4-speed manuals, huh?
I love it.
Come on, son.
I love it.
You know, this was technically Buick's first performance car. You know, they only really made luxury cars.
Yes.
This was their first performance car, son.
Beautiful.
Yo, the joint was putting out 370 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque. No, I'm lying. 510 foot-pounds of torque, son.
That's crazy.
This joint was a powerhouse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on, son.
And they was coming from the factory like that.
This is what I mean.
Come on.
See, I'm telling you, like, I feel like we had brief periods in the automotive world where we was hitting every check box, hitting everything was right.
That's a fact.
Everything was right, son.
That's a fact.
And this also was one of Buick's best-selling cars at a point in time, too, son.
Yes. And what they ended up doing with it.
Well, you know how things go.
Went from leaded to leaded, went from leaded to unleaded, and Bob's your uncle.
That's a fact. But this Buick Wildcat, I'm telling you, the name just says it all, son. 7.0, 7.0 liter V8.
That's crazy.
Talking about swaps.
Swaps.
Imagine dropping one of those in something.
Could only imagine what that'd be.
Come on, man. This is what I'm saying, son. Like, and they also had a special edition Gran Turismo version.
Yes.
Come on, son.
In 1970?
Yeah. Moving to 69.
70. This is, to me, it's just got to be one of those kind of things. Again, a car that you may look at in the street and say, you know?
Yeah. You know what's crazy too? The Wildcat name was already coined a decade before they even produced the car, son.
Wow. They already had ideas where they was going with this thing.
This was I'm saying it again, this was their first performance vehicles, huh?
So they was working on this for a while. That's the dudes with the tires on their head.
Yeah,
they was
son.
going in the basement working.
Yeah, mind you, it came out in 66 and ended production in 70.
Yes.
This was their first performance vehicle, B.
What do you think the value on one of these are now? It's probably crazy.
Which engine, the 6.6 or the 7.0?
7.0.
Come on. Son.
It's a lot of money.
Come on.
It's a lot of money.
Convertible?
That is a lot of money. Convertible. Red.
With the white interior
with
soft
the
top?
white interior soft top.
Bro, mine just had automatic windows too. Yo, this is what I'm saying. This was the Wildcat you wanted, son. But if you ask me the price, I don't even know, son.
How about priceless?
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
So you gotta remember though, Buick wasn't always soft. They wasn't always
no,
soft.
Buick
son.
wasn't always soft.
They might have been late to the party, but
listen,
they showed up and showed out. If you ask me,
they still have cars that are legends that we've made legends.
This is
before.
what I'm saying. We even made a more current legend was the LaCrosse.
Right. No, was it the LaCrosse or was the
I'm lying. LeSabre.
It was the LeSabre. And then we had
we had the GSX.
Come on. We ain't even gonna listen. We could get into a whole bunch.
This is what I'm saying. Son.
But at the end of the day, you know, they change it with times, man.
4-barrel carb on it.
4-barrel carb. Ready to go. That was our Legends of Auto. That was actually pretty good. That was
real
dope.
legends never die.
And you tell me you want to swap EV batteries in these joints?
Come on. Draw the line in the sand.
You have to. You have to. You can't tell me you fancy combustion engines or cars in general.
You can't. Not doing that.
But you like this, nah, fam. I'm about to go grab this EV for my everyday commute.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Okay. And even that, and I remember at one point I was like, well, if they force us, then you know you like, oh, I can have one for
I'm
the
just gonna get a
commute.
skateboard, bro.
And then I said, you know what?
A skateboard.
I don't even want that thing near my house.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, do you know, like in the beginning of the whole automobiles, right? They had the EVs out. They were trying with those. They were trying with the hydrogen. They were trying all of them. But who reigned superior? The gas powered.
Listen, bro.
How many years has it been now?
Almost 100 now.
And it's still gas power?
It's 100
It's 100.
now.
It's more than 100.
Yeah, it's like 110 now.
Yeah. And gas power is still the champion? I don't know.
Let them tell it, man. With that being said, man, we're going to jump right into this. You ready for this?
Let's go, man.
The newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right. You know, we turn off the music, you know it's serious, man. So for this Hot Mod, we have something out here that we have ran into. It is a rare 1997 Super Turbo 15th anniversary edition, and it's worth every penny.
Wait, hold on. The deep green jewel?
Deep green jewel with the tan interior.
And it was and it's Target towel.
And it's Target.
With the gold badges.
Manual. The bid right now it's on Bring a Trailer, and the bid is currently sitting at $105,000. There were only 384 examples of the 1997 Super were finished in deep green, jewel green pearl.
Come on, son.
Whoa.
That joint got 74,000 miles on it.
74,000 miles. That's crazy.
You know it's going to go north for 120, though.
Oh, yeah. And if it doesn't, then I might be in the running.
So this is what I'm talking about. 386 was ever built?
Wow.
But you telling me you want an EV.
You want something that's quiet. I don't need noise to know I'm going fast.
Who you selling that to?
I don't need, listen, that means you don't need noise to let it know you feel good.
Damn.
How you explain that?
Son.
I don't need noise to know I'm eating. I don't need taste to know I'm eating.
Damn.
Yeah, we listen. We wilding right now. Y'all know how we get down, man. It's the beard that went in the building. But I gotta say, for this anniversary edition, 105, ain't so bad.
Nah, it's really not. You know what's crazy? I mean, the first time I ever seen a 15th anniversary Super. It wasn't a green one either. It was a black one.
Right.
I was still like, I was amazed from the badge and everything. I'm like, damn, man, they had a 15th anniversary one? Crazy.
Shout to them.
The newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
So y'all know how we get down here, man. Now y'all know what's coming next. Y'all know what's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
But before we bring it today, this guy, we're not gonna give. He's the understeer, but he's the understeer in a good way.
Let's go.
So let's get into it.
It's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
We're gonna have to come up with a new one for people that we actually, because not all heroes wear capes.
I believe that.
But we're gonna get into this one. 47-year-old man is facing charges after allegedly driving his Chevy Corvette onto the NASCAR Chicago street course on Saturday night. He reported by the Sunday Times. So for those that don't know, NASCAR ran in Chicago last Sunday.
A street race. It was a street race.
It was a street race.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, shame on you.
It was crazy, son.
It was crazy.
And it was raining.
It looks like it says the incident occurred after race officials stopped the Xfinity Series, the Loop 121 race, due to bad weather and signs of a lightning storm. The race initially paused around 5 p.m. and was called off 2 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
It's unclear exactly how the Corvette driver gained access to the track, but a barrier on South DuSable Lake Shore Drive was breached before the Corvette driver made his way onto the track. Authorities say the yellow and red sports car gained access at around 9 p.m.
Man.
Police arrived soon after and escorted the driver and his passenger off the course just 30 minutes later. As most of the crowd had dispersed by this time, the track was isolated at the time of the bizarre stunt. Police have said there were no injuries. So with that being said, the man took his Corvette, broke into the track at NASCAR, and had a whole half hour.
Yo, son, first off, he got around there at least twice. He got around there at least 2 times, son.
He had a whole half hour to go wow. So I gave him the understeer because he got caught.
Yeah, that
it has nothing to do with that.
He's supposed to break out after the first pass. That was supposed to be it, son.
But right, he's supposed to do one lap and get up
one
out.
Hot lap and go.
He was there for a half hour. And that is why he gets the understeer.
It's the understeer.
Yo, damn, son.
What the hell were you thinking?
Not for nothing, no, that course was ill, though, son. Like, it was a night. They set that course up really well.
Son, not only was the course ill, but he got a chance. You know what happened? And I can imagine if I had my Type R there or
yeah.
a Super. He got a chance to go all out and was like, I gotta go one more time.
For real,
He
son?
did it again and said, I gotta go one more time.
Son, I could imagine, son.
He got a chance to he got stories to tell. I took my Corvette on a NASCAR racetrack. And we ain't talking right, and we ain't talking no loop-de-loop.
No. This is a road course. This is a road course street race.
Road course street race. They said he was running hot laps overnight. Charges are pending.
Yo, they gonna charge him for this? That's crazy. He gonna walk away from this one. He gonna walk away.
Kid, what are they gonna charge him with?
Who knows?
Trespass?
That's what I'm saying. Trespass. He ain't hurt nobody. He ain't hurt himself.
Community service?
Damn, son.
I'll take that.
What if they like, yo, we take your car?
Nah.
Because now you're gonna try to sell it and get some dough.
Nah. Yeah. The city we ain't selling. They ain't doing that. Trespassing. That's it. Shout to him, man. Shout. Not all heroes wear capes.
That's
the only
fact,
reason
son.
he gets the understeer is because he got caught.
I'm a little upset I'm getting caught, son. I ain't gonna front. I probably had to do 2 passes too, though.
I'd have did 2 wild passes and just kept going right out the cut.
Yo, who is that? Speed Racer.
Whoa, right out the cut. That'd have been it, son. But I'm not mad at him.
Me neither, not at all.
I'm not mad at him. Like I said, he did, man, look, half hour is a whole season and a half at track day.
Yo, he was going for his, son. He was going for his, B.
He was wild.
He's like, I'm never gonna do this again.
Yo.
I think it's probably worth every bit of the trouble.
Oh yeah. How they say it'd be worth me doing it. It'd be worth me getting caught doing it to do it. So with that being said, man,
I'm actually proud of him.
I'm proud of him. I'm actually happy for him.
Fact.
He got a chance to take his car, and they was based on like the Chicago street.
Yeah, son. It was literally in the streets, bro.
So
you had traffic. I was watching. You had traffic on the other side,
son.
Yo,
at that point,
son, with inclement weather, it was raining. I'm telling you, the race was nutty. Check it out.
And not for nothing, shout to Bushido. He said, not to cut you, I just dropped my daughter off at her photography gig at Myrtle Ave.
That's what it
is.
is.
He said, Myrtle Avenue ain't Myrtle Avenue no more. Trust me, we already know. But like I said, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. A man that's a man in action. He probably had a cool 20 seconds to think about that. He said, yo, it's a crack in the wall. They like,
because you gotta remember when I was watching it, right? It was open spaces, but they always had it blocked. They always had like certain spots blocked with people or a car right there, something like that.
And when it rained, somebody said, I gotta leave. And he said, either I could do this or not do this. And you know what he said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this.
Clearly.
He only gets the understand because he got caught, y'all, not because of what he did. So with that being said, we gotta make sure that's clear. With that being said, you already know what it is. The bearded one here.
That's our show, baby. Let's go.
And we done had another successful show here at Rally Radio. Don't forget, you can find us on YouTube at the bottom right here. YouTube at Gutterball Rally. You know where to find us. Tell all your people so that all your people tell all your people, man. That's how we get down.
Yeah,
man.
let's do
like,
it.
subscribe, share. We definitely trying to get our presence up. We got a couple of videos we've been working on. We got a couple of things we got coming on. We also got some other things in the closet. But for right now, man, we definitely want to get together with all of our listeners, all of our people. We definitely want to get out and do another speed and greet.
For sure.
The weather has been like the weather people.
I can't call it with the weather people. Son.
It's a hit or miss now. They be like, yo, it's gonna rain all day.
Wait, no, it ain't.
It don't rain.
Hold on, it's gonna rain in 2 hours.
It don't rain.
It still don't rain.
It's supposed to rain all week, and then it's just hot. So I don't know. I don't know. We trying to make sure that we set it, because the last one that we did it in the rain.
It was in the rain. It was still good, but
it could have been better.
Could have been better. Of course, it could have always been better. And like you said, we're just trying to do better for y'all, man.
That's it. So with that being said, y'all know where to find us, man. Y'all can find us on Instagram at Gutterball Rally. You can find us at Facebook at Gutterball Rally. You can find us on YouTube at Gutterball
Factory.
Rally. You can find us at Twitter at DoYouGBR.
Let's go.
DoYouGBR. And we're gonna get on this little threads thing too. So,
yeah, we're gonna get on there.
They punking Elon over there. They say, yo, we're gonna create our own joint, push you out. But with that being said, man, happy to hear from everybody. Phones was back today.
Factory.
They ain't feel like acting out. That was my shout out. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Yo, again, I just want to shout out to that C8 vet driver. He did his thing out there, son.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Nah, son, it's a fact, son.
So with that being said, until next week,
let's go.
We
are
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.